I feel laugh, come me run Chucky. Let me run Chucky. Whoa, look, I'm glowing, I'm glowing, I'm glowing. Pan African now, you know. Put me here well. Yes. All right, let me see. Those are gonna come in and join me tonight. I'm so excited about this live. I don't know why I'm always so excited about my live, but I'm excited about this. Guys, if you hear a noise in the background, the dogs are barking, it's because I'm currently in the island. Okay. So you're gonna hear dogs barking outside. So as soon as you come in, let's share the live so others can come in. All right. Let's share the live. But I hope the dog not disturb we. All right. Yeah, I have to go in and share the live. Let me see. Hmm. Let's get this on. Let's get this on. Let me turn this on. Let me turn this down. I'm kind of giving everybody some time to come on in because, as you guys know, I did not notify anybody that I'm going on live. And I really want this live to be special. And I want to see those that put their notification on. So as soon as I get notified, they come on over here. I want to see that. So that's why I didn't tell you guys that I'm going on live, but I was planning to go on live from earlier on today. I knew I was going to go on live. And I said, I'm going to keep this one just to see those that will come over and talk to me. It's not just going to be me. As you guys could see in the subject line or the title below, we have L Fam. Welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video. We have some guests that are going to be joining us. And you guys heard me correctly. I didn't say one guest, I said guest. With an S at the end, there's going to be more than one. So this is going to be an interested live that we're doing, right? You didn't get notified, Serena? Oh, you just come on in. Okay, so you just come on in and it got popped up. Did you put on your notification the bell? Because if you don't press the bell, you won't get. You should know though, as yeah, as a YouTuber, you know that you need to put on your bell. So that's so you can get notified. So welcome to the house, Serena. I'm trying to get the people them in here before I have my guest come on in. And we are going to talk about, as you guys could see in the topic, it's going to be a very interesting topic that we're going to be talking about. We're going to share our own opinion, okay? What we think, not what others think, but especially our experience. Katie Ann, thank you for checking in and come on over. Listen, guys, if you have a phone in your hand, please just send out the notification. Let others know. I am going to take this time because you guys know I have to actually go on live before I could get the link to post so others can get it. So just bear with me. For those that are on, just stay on over here. It's going to be interesting. Thank you for the support. Thank you for coming over. You guys know I appreciate you. Okay, so just give me 2 minutes and then I'll come and we're going to talk. And then I'm going to introduce my guests to you. All right, so no, it's not a surprise because you guys could see the thumbnail. Right. It's not a surprise. So you guys could see the thumbnail of the three that I'm going to be featuring. And of course, they're not going to be just here one at a time. We're all going to do this together because we're all going to give our input. We're all going to talk tonight about LDR, what it is, what's the meaning, all of that stuff. Okay. As I said, you guys see the title. So we're going to go in and we're going to dig in deep. All right. I think they're more smarter when it comes on to this topic than I am. So it's very interesting. They want to do it because usually you guys know a lot of people don't want to come on camera, but they are willing to come over here and get this done. All right. So yes, Serena, the Dennis way. Hello, how are you? Thank you for coming over. So let me share. Let me just take this time out. I'm so excited to see you guys. That's why. So let me take the time out to share the link. All right. Copy the link, and then I'm gonna try to go in here and share it. There we go. Done. Let me see if I could actually tag the other two. Here is one tag. Let's change that. Guys, give me a minute. Listen, we're on vacation. Anything is possible right now. So if you guys even just see or hear the noise in the background, family members popping in, they coming to see us, dogs are barking, just expect the unexpected tonight. All right? It might not be the normal live, but as you guys know, I speak high. I might have to close this door. Maybe I'm gonna have to close this door. But as I said, family members are gonna be popping in. So when they do, don't be surprised, all right? Okay. You might not see their face, but you might hear their voice in the background. So when my other guests are ready, they will let me know. I don't know what's taking them so long, but when they're set up and they're ready to come on in, they will let me know. I told them that I'm not going to be sitting here waiting on them for too long. And I know you guys are excited too, right? To see who they are. All right. You just got it. Okay, so the notification is working. We don't have to worry about the notification. They're working. Okay, Serena says she knows what an LDR is. A lot of people are in LDR relationships, and we just want to tackle it tonight. We just want to talk about it a little bit and to really get other people's input, not just my input, but other people that are in LDR relationship. Then they can put their input as well, because what I think about it or my experience is going to be different from their experience. And somebody this may help somebody, who maybe is in an LDR and maybe even want to give up, or maybe just want to not do it anymore, because I believe it's one of the hardest relationships to have or relationship to have. People might think it's easy because you're not with the person, but it can be one of the hardest relationships. And so we want to shed a little light on it. We want to shed the pros, the cons, what it means, the differences, local LDR versus international LDR. So we want to talk about those things tonight. And of course, I want you guys to stay within the comment section and talk to us as well, okay? All right, let me see. I did share. And so if you guys see that I share the link on my Facebook or WhatsApp or Instagram, I'm going to ask you guys to go over and just repost it. All right, please do. Let me go in here and try to. Okay. So now that I know that I share, I'm doing pretty well. Here we go. Share with the people. And I'm going to go get it. Send. All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. All right, guys, don't leave me. Just bear with me. I have to put this out there. So let's just go into my Here we go. All right. So I'm sharing it here. I'm sharing it here. I'm sharing it here. I'm going to share it here. Yeah, I'll share this here. Okay. Next. All right. You guys might say, why do I wait to share? But I have to wait to share the link. All right, guys, I have to wait to share the link. So the link have to be posted on YouTube before I could go in and share it on my other social media. So we have it out there on Instagram. I have it on WhatsApp and I have it on Facebook. If you do see it, share it so others can come on in and talk, because I don't think I'm going to get this opportunity again to talk to these guys in this fashion. So I'm going to make use of it. And it's a very interesting topic. A lot of people are dating long distance and they don't talk about it. Some of them keep it a secret and some of them are open with it. For me, I'm open and I'm willing to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, and the difference. Okay, we are not holding back tonight. We have decided to put it all out there. We're going to talk about what bothers us. We're going to talk about the good part of LDR. We're going to talk about, let me tell you something what you guys don't understand. LDR relationships, well, LDR, because that's the abbreviation for, and we're going to tell you what the abbreviation, what it means, the real meaning, not just long distance relationship, but the real meaning of what it is. And we are going to tell you guys how we actually feel in our own words. That's what I'm trying to say. So we're not going to hold back. We're going to tell you how we feel and how we are dealing with this whole thing. All right. Let me see. Let me hail up some guy. Lana Gale, son. Okay, your godson. So yeah, so you saw the picture. So that's your godson. Okay. Welcome to the live. Guys, if you get a link, share it, or you could share it actually from this page, Facebook, to your WhatsApp, to your Facebook, to your Instagram. Let other people know that we're here. All right. Yes, Serena, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to see the different points of view from age difference. And that is exactly why I want to do this, because being an older person going half a century age is a different compared to those who are quarter century age. Okay. I know there's a name for that, but an older person point of view versus a younger person point of view and how they feel, and they're not holding back. They promise that they're going to talk about their true feelings. We're gonna talk. We're not gonna speaky spooky, because we're in the island of Jamaica. We talk patois down here, and we are gonna let go some patois pound, because we know most of in the chat is Jamaican. I mean, no one can understand, and if you don't understand, we interpret. All right. So the Dennis Way say, okay, she's talking to someone in the chat, Serena. Oh my God, this always happened. People always choose to call when I am currently on live and I can't talk. So I cannot talk right now. Anybody who's calling me, just know that I can't talk and I have to call you back. All right, let's see. Aretha. Aretha. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy this feed that we're going to do tonight. Are you guys ready? Because the people are going to be waiting on you. I told them 15 minutes, and then you guys are going to be come on in, because we're not going to have 11 or 10,000 people right now in this live, and we don't give them what they came for. We told them we're going to give them LDR, and we're going to give it to them real raw. All right. What we're going to do, though, is prepare yourself to drop the chair, get ready, because we're not going to have the guys them standing as you guys see the picture. We're going to have them sit with us. All right. I think it's in the room. I think the stand is in the room. Okay. So, yes, Broman. Okay. Thank you for coming in the chat. Really? The Dennis Way? Oh, you was. So it's in the past. So you was in a long distance. So you know what? I want you to stay with us, because there's going to be some questions that may be asked. And for you who have experienced being in a long distance relationship for 6 years, we need to hear your point of view as well. We need to hear the good, the bad, and how is it going, or what happened. I'm curious. All right. Let's see. Kwesi have some people in the chat bigging him up. Raheem, thank you for coming on over. Let's see. Laverne, thank you for coming in. Yes, I'm gonna stay on. Thank you so much. And the Dennis Way is a YouTuber as well, guys. Please go over to her and support and let her know that Liz Dear Vlog send you over, okay? Or Lily Dior as well send you over. Okay, okay. Yes, that's a good idea, Serena. I'm gonna have moderator. Listen, I'm interested to get some stuff going where I don't have to do too much because for me, I do everything basically. My live feed, I'm the one who is operating the comment section. Even when I record videos, I don't have an editor. I don't. I actually do the editing, I do the recording, I film it myself, I'm in it. So I'm the actor, I'm the, well, not actor, but I am the person in the video, I'm the editor, everything, the producer, the everything. So hopefully one day, I'll be able to have an editor who would know my style of editing and help me out. Because as you guys know, I don't get help from Lily because she have her own that she have to do, and she get a lot of compliment on her kind of video that she does. It's different from my kind of video, but it's okay. We intend to do it like that. We want it to be different because those that are on my channel, you're not watching the same thing on another channel, and then you won't go over there because I've seen it happen with YouTube. When I put something on YouTube and I put it on Facebook, if you watch it on YouTube, you're not going to want to go watch that full video again on Facebook. Even though I do have a bigger audience on Facebook, and I must tell you guys, L fam, that on YouTube here, even though I have not hit 1,000 subscribers, but I have a feeling that at least in the next month, because let me tell you, I've been down here and I've been vlogging. I just need the time when I go back up to edit these videos. And I actually did some good stuff this trip. I'm not just staying in the country and don't go anywhere and just working. I got content for you guys. I got content. I just have to edit them. And I have a feeling we're going to be hitting 1,000 at least. And I just have to work on the watch hour. And but what I noticed is that we hit 50,000 views on this channel. 50,000 views and counting. So that's pretty good, right, guys? That's pretty good. So we're gonna keep doing this, and we're gonna be expecting to accomplish all our goals. All right. Laverne, say big up yourself, bro. Big up yourself. Lavon. Am I pronouncing your name correct? I always have problem pronouncing name. Please forgive me, but I know who you are. Big up yourself. Thank you for coming on in, and I hope you could stay. Because listen, guys, I need all of you guys' input. Let's see. One man band baby. Exactly, Aretha. You know how it is, girl. You're a YouTuber and you're doing your thing, and I'm so proud of you. But I send shout out to you, and I let you know that I am very proud. So you understand what it's like. You do this, you do the setup, you do the filming, you do the producing, you do the every directing. We do editing, we do everything. We post, we even advertise our own channel. We don't have we do have people who support us and try to advertise, but we do everything right down to the advertisement or advertising of our channel, right? But you know what? Let me just say this for those YouTubers who are in the chat, and I see at least 3 of them: Serena, Aretha, and the Dennis Way. Listen, guys, it doesn't even matter if we're not getting there. Eventually, the goal is we're going to get there, and we are going to make it happen. All right? We are going to make it happen. Let's see. Yes, we. Okay. Thank you so much, Serena, for volunteering and want to help me with moderating. I appreciate that. We're going to talk off here, and you let me know what I need to do or what we need to do together to get it done. All right? Lavant says, sis, you have a good man. Is that what you're saying? I have a good man. I know, I know. So you guys are gonna see him. You guys are gonna see. Oh, I'm even getting my picture taken by the paparazzi. All right. Okay. Okay, yes. So listen, I'm just giving them enough time to get their self warm up to come on in. And I know we're gonna have a good time. I know I could talk a lot, and I've decided that I'm going to not talk when it's their time to talk. I'm gonna give them that opportunity and chance to do the talking. So you guys are gonna hear a different voice and list their vlogs. Now, if you come on in and you have not hit the like button, which is the finger, the thumbs up, go ahead and do so. All right, and we could still talk in the chat. They're asking me for another 5 minutes. All right, but please don't go away. are gonna make this happen tonight. All right. I said, let me come on over for 15 minutes while they get themselves together. It's taking an extra 5 minutes or 10 minutes more than we anticipated. So let's give them 5 minutes. Also, I must say this, as you guys already know, my daughter started her channel, which I'm very proud of her. She's working really hard. She have a lot of content. When I tell you, she's also a college student. And so even though she's editing as she go along, um, she have videos that she's going to be putting out. And as I said, her content is a little different the way she edited than my content, even if it's the same content, but it's edited differently. And that's one of the reasons why we're doing this. So we're doing a live on my channel, but she's actually going to be behind the scene recording what's going on to show it on her channel. And so that's what she's really doing, guys, at the moment, setting up her camera so she could actually record this, because I have a feeling it's going to be a good one. As I said before, we're all going to be ourselves, okay? And this is why I like our channel. You know why? Because we're not reality TV, you know? We are not trying to make up a story. We are not doing a performance. We are not acting or being an actor. We are actually talking about real life. And mostly YouTubers are like that. You know, we are not acting. We're actually sharing our life and our story and our book. And we're willing to do that. It's not like somebody's like ripping your arm or forcing you to do anything. We are willing to share our story so others can see, you know. I enjoy doing this, as you guys know. The first time I started to do this, I realized it was because do I love to take pictures and videos. I have pictures that are over 30 years right now. And those pictures is pictures that I brought from Jamaica that I kept in America. And I still have them. Anybody come to my house when they come up to the States from Jamaica, they say, oh my God, where did you get all these pictures? So I knew in myself that I love taking pictures, and I knew I like to have it for a keepsake to look back on. You know, you look at some pictures 30 years ago of me, you'll be like, so what happened? You know, like, I'm seriously like, okay, you were skinny. I used to run track and field. So, you know, and when you look on someone who is 25 and they were one, when I had those pictures, I'm very happy, and I'm glad that I am a person who loves pictures and I love videos. So back to it. When I wanted to start my YouTube channel, I think I mentioned this before, it was because of Lily Dior. So, you know, that's her YouTube channel, which is my daughter. She decided to do journalism. And so I thought about it. I said, what's the best way to get her into come out of her box and talk a little bit more and go in front of the camera? She always loved to take pictures and stuff like her mommy. You know, I find that my daughter is like a little mini me. She might not accept it, but she is a little mini me. And it was the other day I was talking to my aunt, and I was like, you have to be careful what you do when you have children, because what they do is they follow sometime in your footstep. And if you notice a couple things that I do, she does. I'd never tell her she have to do that. She just enjoy doing it. And I feel like because I do it and either it works for me or she see that it's good, then she do it. Because kids are not going to do anything that's not good. If it's bad, they won't do it. But a lot of kids will do what you do. So you have to still be careful in what you're doing. All right. So you guys understand where I'm coming from. And so when she started her YouTube channel, I was so happy and I was so glad, because that's the intent. I want her to come out of her behind the scene box and go in front, even though her job will not be in front of a camera. You know, she's actually studying journalism, but it's a traveling journalism that she's studying. So that's what I come to understand. So I'm here to support her. I did it for her, but I did it as a hobby and I did it as fun. But then I have a little niece who I call YouTube Princess. Her name is Nia. And she said to me one day, Auntie, why are you doing YouTube? And I said, because I just enjoy doing it. I love it. And she said, nothing else? You're not doing it for nothing else? And I said, really, it's because I enjoy doing it. And she said to me, do you know you could make money from YouTube? And seriously, guys, as old as I was, and this is after maybe a year putting up pictures, or videos, putting up videos on YouTube, I didn't even know you could make money from it until she mentioned it to me. And she said to me, and I started to research, how do I get monetized? It's been a long journey, but I'm gonna run the race. I'm still gonna run the race. It's a long journey. It's not easy. Is uh, the hardest thing is to start. But once you start, even if you're not making it to where you want to make it right away, just keep doing it because eventually you'll get there. All right, they're going to be ready to come on in, so you'll see them join me. But I'm going to officially introduce them. But let me say this. So when she started her YouTube channel, I was very happy. And then when Nia had mentioned it to me that I could make money from it, I realized that I could actually do it. But sometimes you have to stop in between and you want to do more, because I want to go on live almost every day. I want to edit a video where I could put videos up every other day, but I don't have the time because I have a full-time job. So guys, just bear with me, be patient with me. I want to do more, and I intend to do more as much as I can, and hopefully I'll get the time to do it. Now, without any further ado, are my guests ready? Producers, are my guests ready? All right, so you guys will actually see them come on in because we didn't set up before, so you guys will actually see the whole thing of them come on in. Let me see. Thumbs up for the live. Thank you, Dennis, the Dennis way. Okay, so my daughter's channel is called Lily Dior. She's gonna type it in the comment section, and I'm gonna tag it so you guys will see it. Lily Dior. All right. So when she type it in, I'm gonna tag it so it will stay there and everybody could see it and go over, guys, and support her. You guys know what to do already. I don't have to tell you guys what to do. If you haven't, go over. She has some interesting video coming, and let me tell you, my daughter, she's very particular. I'll just put up a video. I don't even have a thumbnail. I don't think I've ever had a thumbnail, except maybe in my life I created just a quick thumbnail. But the professional, official one, I don't have one. I just use the one that YouTube give us like 3 options. I just use those. But with her, she'll sit and she'll make sure she create her thumbnail, and everything have to be perfect without her really putting anything out there. But she's editing a lot of stuff. But I told her, I'm like, she had a video ready before we even leave America for her to put out, and she still haven't put it out yet because she's fine tuning all the other little stuff. So I'm going to start now because I think some of my guests are falling asleep on me, and I don't want them to fall asleep. I want them to come on in here. Once they come around the light and the camera, I think they're going to be fine. All right, guys. So without any further ado, so let me pin this. Okay, pin, where's pin? Okay, so there it is. I pin it in the, I have to be careful, because sometimes I press on things I'm not supposed to be pressing and I don't know. All right, let me see if this is it. It's pinned, so you guys will see it right there. Yes, it's pinned. All right, without any further ado, you guys already know me. I'm Lisa. And I think you guys, for those who already watch some of my videos when I'm here in Jamaica, you guys know my fiance. You guys knew when we got engaged. We're still waiting on the Lord to make that final ink that, don't believe that we're not planning to get married. We are. It's in the works. Guys, just be patient with us. A couple people asked us when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. All right. So I'm going to introduce my fiance, and I'm going to present to some of you guys who don't know. I'm going to present to you guys who know him and introduce to you guys who don't know him. So Paul, I'm going to ask you to come on in, join me. You want to join me over here on my right? Pull up the chair and join me over here on my right. So we have the next person, it's Lily Dior, which is my daughter. You guys know her as Lily. So I'm going to ask Lily to come on in, and of course with her, and I don't know if I've ever said this on camera before, but I am going to say it. For those who are calling me, guys, remember I cannot answer any calls right now, but I see your call and I'll call you back when I'm off live. Okay, so for right now, I'm on live. We're going to set this up so we all get screen time. Uh-oh. Wait. Or maybe we should plug this in the back. Plug this in over there so I can make this. And maybe we could do this one. So guys, give me a second. All right, let's set up. Plug this and this over there. Yes. Okay, yeah, just plug, take that out and plug whichever one reach over there. Plug the light in first. The extension cord. Let me get this extension. All right, guys, just bear with me. All right, this is gonna be interesting. Trust me. The light. I need this light plugged in first, but everybody face got to show.
I'm excited.
All right, all right. Wow, look at the difference with just the overhead light. Guys, bear with us. We're trying to get all the things plugged in because we don't want the camera to die on us for one thing, and we need the light plugged in. So we need this light plugged in first. All right. I was gonna just leave it plugged in right here, but I have to pull it out because
we have to confirm.
Once we come in together.
We have to confirm if they can hear us.
Okay, so someone please confirm Serena, who's gonna be my admin, or is my admin?
We know you can hear
my
mommy,
admin.
but can you hear me?
Okay, so you guys could hear me because I'm very loud. The comments, we might not be able to read some of the comments because it's a little distance. I maybe should put my glasses on.
We have it here.
Oh, okay, so I'll look at it from here. And Leah, so you wanna test to see if they could hear you? Go ahead. Let's test to see if they could hear you. Go ahead. You have to test to see if they could hear you. Go.
Hey guys,
Push
can
up the
you hear
chair. Push up the
me?
chair. Push up the chair.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Listen. Put your foot inside.
My foot is inside.
Okay. Come, push your chair all the way to the table. The closer you come, the better it is for the other guys. All right. So we know one space is gonna be there, so a little bit more room.
All right, this can go. Hold on, push this down, please.
All right, let me go over. Come over on this chair.
No, can
you come over? Don't put another chair in. Just come over on this chair. Okay. I think we're all gonna be able to hold in.
Yeah.
Come over. Come over. You have to come over on this chair. There you go. Come on in. Oh, I didn't introduce the other speaker, so I introduced my fiance right here, and I introduced my daughter, and you guys know her as Lily Dior. That's her YouTube channel. And so I'm introducing, what should I introduce? Or I'll let Lester do the introduction because I've never have to introduce my daughters. So I'll let Lester do this part. I'm thinking I'll feel more comfortable if she do this. So go ahead, Lester. Let's introduce the other guests.
Okay, so the other guest is, we all know him as Broman. Okay. But yeah, let's just say it as it is. My boyfriend.
Can you guys hear Lester? Can you guys hear Lily? So we're doing a test run, right? Go ahead, Lily. So Serena, if you're there, let me know. Or you could hear you all. You could hear us all. Okay, so Lily, go ahead.
Okay, anyway, yeah.
So she's introducing.
Come in, babe.
All right, so give him some space. Move this hand. All right, let me put it right here. So everybody is in. You guys could see us, right? Look in the camera, guys. Look in the camera. As I said to you guys earlier on, we are at a family house. We're at our big yard, big house at Jamaica, Mandeville. So we're gonna have family member coming in. They might not be in the camera, but you will hear them sometime in the background. Okay, you guys heard the dogs already. Yes, we have all our dogs outside, and we have other family members. All right, so let's see. After 30 minutes, I need all my guests that I have right here to be looking in the camera so that people could see the face.
All right.
All right. All right. So anybody have to pass from here back and forth, guys? Take it from that hallway right there and just pass through that door, if you guys don't mind. All right. You guys hear me? Because we actually have a camera way over there. So you guys were passing in front of the camera. All right, so it's not just this right here that we have other camera. So you guys hearing me right down there? Yeah, just pass that way. All right, good. So we are comfortable and we're gonna talk, but the guys in the background, we're gonna ask you guys to just bring it down a notch, just a little bit for us, please. All right, listen, we don't mind this. We don't mind this. I just know that I talk very loud. Lester, test your voice.
I do it. Hey.
Babe, taste your voice. Come on in.
Bless up.
Okay, Kwesi. So you guys know. Let me tell you something, guys. So Kwesi is his government name, legal government name, but he also have a social media name. Me not give you a name on Instagram because me don't want to go run him down and go follow him. Me go give you no his YouTube name, and his YouTube name is in the chat as
Bro.
no. Let him answer because I want to know that you could hear your voice.
Bro, man.
Bro, as in brown, the color brown, brown man. All right. So as I said before, I got a text. Okay. As I said before, so listen, guys, are you all comfortable, my guests? You guys have to put a smile on your face. You cannot be talking on the sideline, because the people them not hear what I said. You can't talk for him either. Listen, we talk to Broman. Am I gonna be comfortable saying Broman or Kwesi? Kwesi. Let me just say Kwesi because I'd rather say Kwesi. So
You can't talk about women either. You have to keep your voice to
all right, so they want me to do an inside voice.
Yeah.
You guys agree? But you guys know that I speak loud. That's why I'm gonna ask those that are over there to just bring it down a notch. Because that's why me talk loud. Me talk loud because then me can't hear how I talk. All right. So listen, guys. Me tell them already. I'm not gonna hear nice in the background. And if they make nice, me gonna call them inside of my video for be a guest. So make them stay there. Anyway. Yes, I will call him. And I do want my guests to feel comfortable. If you guys are gonna have your mouth push up like this, I'm gonna ask no for excuse from the table. So we want happy people on this channel here. We have to make sure on the face. Me can't read the chat, me can't read. So we just say laugh my whatever off.
All right, guys.
But listen, I want you guys
Hold
to.
on. We know that mommy will go on and will be the only one talking for the whole
No, I
time.
promise I'm not gonna talk.
So
When you guys are talking, I'm not
So
talking.
we're gonna jump right into it. No,
Can I just finish my introduction? Can I finish the introduction? So you guys know all my guests that are here, right? Kwesi, Lily, Pablo. All right, I'm gonna tell them name because Pablo always in the chat and he always come. You feeling okay, babe? Are you comfortable? Because I'm looking in the camera and I need to see the teeth because we all have teeth and we all know if it's smile and we all know if we're happy. Listen, guys, don't feel like they're not happy to do this. They're happy to do this. We're gonna do this. All right, so tonight we're gonna be talking about, as you guys can see in the topic below. I may have to close that door. The light is using out there, right? The light is using out there. Because it doesn't make too much noise. All right. Thanks, Structure. Listen, if you guys haven't seen the last live, go check out my auntie. She's in the middle of my live. Yes. And I think we were trying to talk about business and we never know, so we still up on live at the end. Anyway, let's get into this video. So tonight we're going to be talking about LDR. What is LDR? The abbreviation LDR is the meaning of long distance relationship. And a lot of people are in long distance relationship. They don't talk about it, as I said, and it's secret. But we are going to not only talk about it, we are going to expose the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything about it that we can in our own way. So what LDR is long distance relationship, meaning two people are in a relationship, but they are living apart. It can be domestic, long distance, or it can be international long distance. All right. I think you guys now have an idea and know what we're talking about. I like to see what's going on in my comment section because sometimes something is going in behind the scene. Oh, I forgot I couldn't look at my phone. Guys, stay with me. I'm not just doing this by myself. I'm doing this with 3 other people. All right. So I'm going to pass it over now to Lily Dior. She's the person who is going to ask the question. When she asks the question, we're going to give our answer in our own words, all right? Or in our own way that we want to. So Lily Dior, you have the floor. Go ahead.
Okay, hi, good evening, everybody. So the first question is, if the roles were switched, how often would you visit?
All right, so in this case, this two question is for Kwesi and Paul. If the role was switched, how often would you guys visit us? Say, for example, we're living in Jamaica and you guys is in America. How often would you visit? Babe, you first, go ahead.
As often as possible.
So that's your answer.
Every month.
But what about if your job don't allow you to visit
Well,
every
the job
month?
does not require, if it does not allow it, then it will be as often as I can.
All right, so can you just be yourself? We're gonna talk patois. Listen to people that want to hear
I mean,
patois.
man, but nobody can just go in it like that.
Yeah, we're gonna go in a
You have
hit.
to
We can't go in a hit.
You have to
All right, so
wait.
Kwesi, you go ahead now.
Okay, comfortable.
Every
You have to
3
get
months,
comfortable.
every 3 to 4 months, depending on the job, as Mr. Pablo said.
All right, so I feel like you guys will visit as often as we feel the same way, right? All right, so the next question now, and this question is open to all four of us.
All right, so what about long distance do you like? As in the pros, what are the stuff that you like about LDR?
All right, since you're doing the question, you have to select the person who is going to answer the question.
Anybody
first.
can go first. This is a not jumping, is it?
Ladies
Anybody can
first.
go first.
All right, ladies, gentlemen are giving us a chance to go first. All right, so for me, the pros, as you guys know, I love to travel. So that's first thing, my pro is the time that I can take to travel, to come to Jamaica to see him in this long distance relationship. One of the other thing is spending the time with each other or sharing our love with each other. So that's my pro in coming, or I guess in being in a long distance relationship, that is my pro, is to always travel. Maybe I'll just leave it right there. So another camera is right here. That's why I asked if you guys could just go around that way. From the room, if you ever go here, so don't pass the camera right there. All right. So, ladies first, I give my answer. So, my pro in doing this is traveling. That is my pro. You.
Okay, so my pro about LDR is that it allows you to be more intimate, more it challenges you as well. It makes you want to do more, put in more than how any regular person would in a relationship.
Okay. So, the next, guys, what are you guys pros in being in a long distance relationship? Like, you guys got to tell people, don't let it seem so depressing. It's not depressing. This is the pro
But
part.
it's not, but it's like
This is not the pro part. Just let the people them know what we're discussing.
yeah, but we take the time.
The pros. The pros. The pros, guys. The pros.
Age before beauty.
Well, the pros for me is, learn for trust, learn for, have a faith in the next person, your partner. Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. So one of the pro for you is to have faith in a partner or for trust. So if somebody's watching it and they want to know what is the enjoyment that you get out of trusting somebody.
Okay, I don't think he
So-
means like the enjoyment of trusting somebody. I think he's basically trying to like butt into what I said, like it as another factor that it kind of teaches you to do.
Okay, yeah. Okay, man, I
So-
understand what you're saying because not everybody can trust somebody. As you guys know, I always say it. Not that I'm proud of it, but sometimes you do have trust issues and you have to work on it. So if he just naturally get up and trust somebody, that is definitely something good. That's definitely a pros. A lot of people don't have trust in their relationship. Not that I don't have trust in my relationship, it's just something that is taking maybe a little time to work on little by little for me. While some people like him just get up and he just trust in the relationship, and that's good enough. All right. So what are the pros for you, babe?
Well, I'm thinking of one. Loyalty.
That's a good one.
Loyalty.
So
See
that's a
how
pro
well-
for you.
To see how well you can be loyal away from each other.
So that's a pro
That's a
on
pro.
your end, though,
That's a pro in my head.
to be loyal to me.
Right.
I think another pro is that like it helps you to cherish or
Close that door
appreciate
for me, please.
the
And may I have to
moments that you
close it?
have together with the person when you can. You know, like when you can't see them, you get to appreciate those moments. You hold on to those moments, even when you're apart.
Chuck, Chuck.
That is true.
May I hear your voice?
That is true.
Okay. It's kind of hard when you have a whole heap of distraction around, but we're trying to do the best that we can. All right, guys. They're using the light. But why there's not a light out there?
Up there.
You have to pull up the light. The door have to pull up somewhere somehow. There's light inside the kitchen right here. That's where she should have started doing that. But anyway, guys. All right. Next question.
Okay, the next question is, well, what about long distance you don't like? Since we said what you like, what do you not like? And that's it.
So I went first the last
All right,
time.
I'll go first. What I don't like about long distance is, you know, those thoughts you start to get into your head. My thoughts mainly is like feeling like maybe I don't do enough, or if I should try harder. You know, those little doubts basically is what I don't like. You know, you don't have that much doubts, I guess, when you're physically with each other on a daily basis compared to when you're apart.
Right.
So what do you think about that question?
Well,
Like when Lily said she felt like she don't do enough.
I mean, it doesn't have anything to do with like with him.
I'm asking him the question.
I'm just saying, like, it's
Like
not
I need
like,
to know from his point of view.
of course, but I'm
So what does he?
out there.
Okay, so listen. For this is the thing. We're not here as if we're just showing question out and we're answering it. So we need other people to give your opinion based off, like you can say something and he can piggyback. I can
Of
say
course.
something and he can
And it
piggyback.
would naturally go like that, but just to warm things up, like we're still doing right now, warming things up.
We're number 3. I want to know, what do you feel about it? What Leah said, that she don't do enough.
I'm not saying I don't do
That you
enough.
feel like you don't do enough.
Well, sometimes them thoughts, yes.
So let him answer. He knows. Trust me.
well, that natural fear of feel like you're doing enough because you'll never know, you know.
But no, my question is though, what do you feel that way? Like she's not doing enough?
No.
Right. So that's where I'm asking, like, do you feel like she's not doing enough? Because other people might have this thought in their head that I'm not doing enough, while maybe you are doing enough. You know, because I might feel like that. Like I'm doing a lot then. I might feel like I'm doing a lot. But then on your end, you might feel like you're really not doing enough. Or vice versa. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's good that people will know that, because we are here to tell people about our experience being in a long distance relationship. So at times you feel like either you're doing a lot or you might feel like you're not doing enough. You know, so we are here to tell people how do we actually feel. Of course, Pinky, next time, Pinky, next time go that way because there's a camera right there. Just go from the room to the room. Yeah, thanks.
I feel
All right,
like,
so-
I feel like that's where reassurance come into play, you know, because like what you said, you said that you would never really know when those thoughts occur, but that's when you communicate, yes, let those feelings be known in the relationship, and also you get the reassurance from your partner, you know, like yeah, like for an example, what happened a while ago, I'm stating that I feel like maybe I don't do enough.
But then he
And
assure you
then
that
he
you are doing
reassurance,
enough.
yeah, by saying, no,
You are doing enough. And it's not about what you can do for the person in a long distance relationship, because you'll be surprised how when you're in a long distance relationship, it feels like you actually have the person there with you. That's how I feel. You know, at times that person made me feel even better than, and this might be a pro for me. That person maybe made me feel even better than somebody who lives with me. You know, that person call you very often. They'll check up on you. Did you eat today? What did you have to eat? Because of course you're going to communicate. Most long distance relationship is consist of communication, and the main communication that we have is the phone. So we are going to talk over the phone. We are going to discuss.
He said he agreed.
Yes, that's, I mean, in long distance relationship, that's the main thing, is that what you call this hardware that we thank God
Medium.
for, our
Medium.
technology. Well, this is the hardware, right? Device.
We have technology,
The hardware device.
medium, everything.
Yes, the hardware device, which is the phone. We thank God for it. Why? because I think without this, we wouldn't be able to be in a long distance relationship.
No, yeah, I kind of differ in terms of that because before the phone was in place where you could make communication much easier, people used to write letters and there were still constant communication. It's only
But
that
no,
the
I
letter,
don't feel like
it's
as
only that the letters
it wasn't
may
as
take.
fast.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's only that the letters don't come as quick as when you text
Yeah.
or your call and
That's
say
more
hi.
reliable.
I feel like
And the
honestly,
phone is more reliable in that sense.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that back then, when people used to have the long distance relations, they used to just write letters and you wait for 2 weeks before you get another one, and it would be constant.
Okay, so I agree. You can have long distance relationship without a phone.
Of course.
But personally, for me, it ain't gonna happen. It would have never happened.
No, but it not gonna happen because we are so used to the technology now that, let's say for instance, if our phone batteries die, it's like when out I see.
And that's what I say, because
Yeah,
I mean, I go sit
yeah,
down and
that's what I'm
take the
saying,
time and
Quincy.
write a paper
When-
to put in the post office to reach to you for you to ask me the next time how me doing.
Exactly.
I mean, not doing that.
Okay, well then I want to give an advice for those newcomers or even us right now that are in a long distance relationship. Make it a challenge and do it one time. One time not gonna hurt. Try to what?
You're
No,
still in
go
the
ahead,
car,
go ahead.
because-
Yeah, try to like, well, you can say innovative. Yeah.
Okay, long distance relationship is not for everybody.
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm saying if you are, or if you're planning on to, or if it's in the works, whatever the case is, do it when they're challenging. I mean, like we talked about it before. We said, we're gonna try it one time, send a letter, and let me know when you get it. And that's it.
Chuck Chuck. Inside voice. Thank you, my dear auntie.
So I think we answered that question, right? I think all of us did.
All right. So no, I didn't answer it because that's the cons, right?
No, that's that's the card.
Okay, so there is con in having a long distance relationship, which means there is the bad part about it. So we talk about the good part, which is the pro. For me, as I told you guys, is traveling.
Should we look at the comments?
The bad part, okay, I'm gonna try to check out the comments as soon as I answer. So everybody answer about the bad part, right? The bad part about long distance relationship. For me, is that loneliness. I don't know about anybody, but if you're in a long distance relationship, there are gonna be times when not only you're gonna get lonely, but you're gonna be concerned about the person wherever they are, that they are lonely and they may need you. All right? So the thing is, for me, I'm concerned more about him being lonely, and I don't like that. So that's the con in my era. Sometimes I do get lonely too, because it's not like, okay, we're gonna have extra relationships. We are in committed long distance relationships, which we tell ourselves that there's not gonna be another partner. We are open enough that we can come on YouTube, introduce our partner with the world. Therefore, the world can see us. If we were not in a committed relationship, we would not be doing this. I could tell you that much. Because we're going to be worrying about what whoever you have on the side might see you. If me have somebody on the side, they might see me too. Same thing, right, Lily and Kwesi? If any of you have somebody on the side. So the thing is, we know that the cons, for me, is mainly loneliness. All right? But there's ways in which you can work around that. All right?
But the question I'd ask, the pro outweigh the cons, or it goes the other way around?
No, for me, the pros outweigh the cons. Because if you're going to be in a relationship and the con outweigh the pro, what do you use to stay in that relationship? I mean, right away, any relationship, it doesn't have to be LDR relationship. If you have a relationship, I'm sorry, I think something is cut, a pepper.
Something about it,
That's why you see we a cough. We have corona. We do a corona test, and we have corona. Listen, yes, they're cutting either onion or pepper. I don't know if it's seafood or whatever they're gonna be baking or something up there, but the thing is, and you guys know, this is not farmer live that we're doing right now, like the live that when we used to sit down and do for an hour or two. It's gonna be interaction, and you will, as I said before, you guys will hear stuff in the background, but because the pepper is so strong, it kind of burn in nose and with chest. So just do it if we're cough, all right, guys? Sorry. Just do it. Can you leave the door, make it stay, because you might hear out some of that. right, so
the
we'll pass the
next-
cons.
The next question.
And I'm gonna
is-
check some of the comments.
Okay.
Yes, I think I should maybe look on some of the comments that's going on there because I might be missing something. All right, am I missing something? Is there a question in the chat? All right, where was I? Oh, so the questions that are asked, you guys are actually answering them. And as the Dennis Way said, she was also in a long distance relationship, and we asked her to give us her input. And so some of the stuff that she may say is that can be a pro and a con also. So the Dennis Way say, my pro is LDR is missing the person so much effort is made to make every time you link up fun and more fulfilling, which is so true. That's what I talk about. Sometimes you miss that
And I
person
feel
so
like-
much
I feel
that when you come together, you have more fun.
There's another pro to it. It allows you to appreciate the person.
Right.
It allows you to appreciate the person that you have in your life. Because when you eventually meet up, then you know all that appreciation will be seen, be felt.
Yeah, because usually for me, you guys know that I come down here at least an average twice. I mean, every other month, at least every 2 months, right? And for the past, since pandemic started, I know I travel more than 10 times. Come down here. And when I come that first day, I'm very excited. For some reason, that first day, I just can't wait. As soon as I see him, I can't wait to spend that time with him because it's like you're making up for things that
You miss during that.
you
during that
miss, you know, like you just even a hug, because you don't do that when you're in long distance. All right, so we have another comment from Kadian. Kadian said a pro is that it helps to test the strength of the relationship. Exactly, that's another pro. So if you could overcome certain things and your relationship is put to a test. The pepper. I tell you guys, the pepper is killing me short. But we're gonna go through it because that's what happened. Usually, when you're doing something constructive, and if you guys who are Christian, that's on this live, you know the enemy usually presents itself in all different kind of ways. So we just have to override. Listen, it's not nobody may attack specifically, it's the enemy. I am saying that the devil presents himself in a people to come distract me when me I do something constructive. So we're gonna push through, all right?
Hello, good night, everybody. Lisa, Lily,
Tracy the band don't disgrace yourself.
They had the entire day to do all of this.
You knew it was
And as
here.
we reach home 8:30 now, they ready to go on night. Home to be quiet. I mean, last night in here.
We
Home
came
to be
here.
quiet.
We're good with you. We're good. We're riding through.
But when you say they talk to us, we're going
We're riding through. Welcome, Tracy, to me live, guys.
It's an intermission time, guys.
Alive, and guess what? Live, we can't edit live. So guess what?
Everybody do it on this.
Tracy, no come on my page. So you come invite her a couple times. So you see my sister Tracy. And she cut up the pepper too. She knows that we kill me throat. But I see food she make, and as I said to you guys, my channel is a lifestyle channel. You're not gonna see drama, you're not gonna see traveling vlogs, you're not gonna see family issues, you're not gonna see family love, all kind of stuff. You're not gonna see on this. So Chumi mentioned about the distraction. She have to come and just clear her ear and say she's not doing it purpose. Look on Chucky face turn red. Look on Chucky eye red.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What to do?
Tracy never cut too much pepper.
You open the
Seriously.
door.
Cook the lobster, girl. Come on, one when you're done. Cook. Make sure you cook one for me, no. I'll share. Look why share up there. Coffee that our butt off. Anyway, a seafood night too. Cause we're gonna stay up and we're gonna enjoy with self. All right. This is all about it. This is all a part of it. If you guys know me, you know that things just slide off of my back like water off a duck back, right, guys? So let's continue. We're talking about LDR, but it's very hard when you have to cut the pepper in your throat and your nose, and it make it kind of stuffy. All right, let's get back to so Kadian, thank you for that comment. Then Dennis Way, thank you for your comment as well. It does help to test the strength of our relationship. All right, because when you can overcome certain things, and there's going to be some things that we're going to talk about that we go through our relationship with. It's over half an hour. That's why it's so quick. Half an hour start. Quick half an hour finish. Our run through. It's almost an hour since I'm on live already, and we haven't even touched number 3, and we have quite a lot of questions. Intermission. Yes, one get a little water. Clear your throat.
Yeah, go on to that. We had intermission.
All right. So let's don't go. Please don't go, because we can't. The people them want to. The people them need to see and hear what we're doing here. So before we go on, let me still go through the comments, and so we can answer the comments. All right. Okay, this is so true.
Take some water, please.
All right, so Serena says, I can't do long distance. So you see, long distance, as I said, guys, is not for everyone. Because if you can't do long distance, don't try to go into it. For me, it's not that I just get up and say, a long distance may go do. You know, it just happened that way, and I just make it work. But that's my question. Did you guys even get up and say, okay, let you do long distance?
So the honest truth, we didn't even think about like a relationship in the beginning.
It was a friendship.
It was a friendship, it was friends, and then it's that bond that made us want to be together. And then later on, we were like, oh wait, this is gonna be a long distance thing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That's later on when we was like, yeah, and then we adjust to that.
All right, so guys, so the thing is, sorry about the coughing again, it's the pepper. I have to tell you guys, this is not corona. All right, so there's a very interesting question in the comments, guys. So as Serena says, long distance. No, let me go through quick these questions or these comments, because they have more comments as we go along as we ask the question. And that's what we're here for, is to discuss with each other, all right? So as Serena says, long distance is not for everyone, right? And I agree with you. Dennis Way is saying that it can be very expensive to travel to see the person. Yes, and let me make that very clear, that if anybody know me, there's a certain time when I go online. Thank God, big up yourself, Kira. She introduced me to where I could get cheap ticket, Google Flights. If you guys, and this is not a paid announcement or paid advertisement, but Google Flights, and then you have to know the time that you actually check Google Flights. A lot of people think you get up and you just check your flight, and that's what's there and that's what it's going to be. You could check it before there, like on a Wednesday night or on a Thursday morning, into Thursday morning, because that's when they switch over. That's what I learned. That's when they switch over their flight, I guess, price, right? So every carrier, United, JetBlue, Delta, Caribbean Airline, they all have different flights amounts. So when you guys see me come out here regular, you might say, Lisa has some money, man, or something. No, it's not it. I check my flights. I try to travel within the week instead of on the weekends, because when you travel, and then I try to travel either late time or early time, because that does make a difference. And I'm going to share this little thing with you guys. And if we had time, I would let you guys guess how much I actually pay for my ticket this last trip that I did. And I'm going to give you guys a hint. My round trip ticket for this flight. And listen, guys, it was Valentine's that I come out here. It was, thanks, babe. It was under $250. It was under $250 for a round trip ticket. Drink some. Okay, guys, you might say it's TMI, why am I talking my business or putting it out there? But I want you guys to know it's not because, okay, I pay $500, $600, even $1,000 to come out here all the time. You guys might say, why should I take that money there and try to do something? No. One thing for myself, this is what I do as a part of entertainment. There are people who buy $500 here. I don't do that. There are people who have to get their nails done every week. There are people who have to buy clothes almost every week or every other week or once a month. They put into sporting, which is going out partying and all that stuff. I don't do that. I don't even go to a movie, because if he's not there, why am I going to a movie? And there's something come out that I know I am dying to see, then I'll do that. So just to let you guys know, my ticket was under $250 round trip, and it was Valentine's weekend. And you would think it would be expensive, but it wasn't expensive. All right. So when you say that it can be expensive, I understand that it can definitely be expensive. For me, I will wear my clothes over and over. I actually really seriously need to go into my closet and throw out some old clothes. My sister said to me, Lisa, I see you in videos with some of these clothes you wear over and over. Shop at Shein. Lester got me into shopping at Shein. So you might see me in a different kind of outfit now or out clothes. But seriously, I don't spend every time I'm coming to Jamaica to get new outfit. So for me, it's not so expensive. I'm not a fussy type of person. I get my nails done maybe once a month. You know, people go get the nails done every 2 months. So I'm not high maintenance where I have to always go shopping, I always have to buy this and buy that. Listen, I told you guys you're going to see us talk about the real stuff. We're not pretending. We're not going to come up here and pretend as if everything is all good or everything is bad or things are the way it's not. We're not going to do that. We're going to tell you guys exactly as how it is. All right, you want more water?
All right, so
So let me just wait, listen. I know
They
you want to
can't
go to the
come back,
question.
They can come back.
I'm trying to read the comments.
They can come back to that with me.
All right, go to the next question. So we talk about the pros and the cons.
Next
So the next question
is, if things could change today and we could live in the same country and you have to get married, would you today and why? Basically, you know, whether they said, okay, you can live with your partner, whether you're in Jamaica or whether you're in America, but the only thing is you have to get married within 24 hours. Would you do it right now?
Oh, the question is, would you do it if I have to? For me, yes. If the roles switch and you were there and I'm here, and you want to sleep?
100%.
You want to sleep?
No.
Because you do look like you want to sleep.
No.
Well, cheer up. They look like they have him down in a bandage. Not
No,
true.
man, I'm good.
No, that's not your face.
I'm good.
Mommy,
Okay. All right. So,
Mommy, I know it's your channel and it's a live feed,
mhm.
but you want it to be a discussion amongst us with them interacting. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Okay. So I'll read the comments and then answer. But you ask a question and I'm answering it.
Yeah, you answer. But you have to
But I have to like
let all of
tell
us
myself that if the role should switch and he's up there and I'm down here, and if they said marry him within him or he should marry me or vice versa, there wouldn't be any doubt about doing that. No shut up a doubt. Yeah, right away. I'll do it.
Okay, the thing is that with me,
In a heartbeat, I would.
the thing is I have things fix your face. I have things to think about, of course. Like, you know, I'm young, I'm still in school, you know, and I wanna set myself up, you know, to where I'm ready. You know, I don't wanna be living with my partner under my mother's roof. You know, yeah, I have to
Okay.
put things in order first, you know, have a place for myself, you know, talk with my parents and, you know, other family members and, you know, not only get their blessing or approval, but just to share it with them, you know. But I mean, regardless of all of that, of course, you know, like age and nothing but a number. I'm joking. But yeah, I would definitely let him put a ring on it.
Okay. So you would do it if you have to do it within 24 hours?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not even about like
Anybody else have any comment on that?
When I have a discussion on it, but you know, my answer is just yes. You know.
So you would do it?
Yeah, not nice that me.
Baby, anything you want to say?
Well, I think we have a discussion.
But she hear that then? Make she hear you.
Great. I think there's something Kwesi want to say. Kwesi, go ahead. Never hear you.
I don't know.
No, man, go ahead. The people them want to hear. I want to hear. The people them here, come and go watch this over here. What you say?
He
So what you say?
said, nothing to stop him. What?
Not even no parents' roof. I'm not afraid to Cassie now watch this. So.
You don't know about Cassie now. I'm just going to stand there right now.
That is Miss Cassandra, which is Kwesi's mother. You mind Miss Cassandra put you out when you go back home, okay? Listen. No, you have a good thing. It's better you're not in your parents' roof when you're married. And this is another thing people don't understand, you know. For me, I love the idea that the Esther is in a long-distance relationship. that might have to be a video by itself with me and the Esther. We can talk about that because I told her certain things now go after no certain things not happen under my roof. Certain things not happen under my roof. You know, some parents are comfortable seeing certain things in and out, and I'm not comfortable, not in my house. All right, so let's answer two more questions. Anybody else have anything to say about that part? Do you answer?
Well, yeah, without a doubt.
Without a doubt. So
Without
you
a
do
doubt.
get married in 24 hours.
Of course.
Okay. All right. So sound like some people are ready.
All right, so number 5.
There's 2 other questions that are here. Let me see if I
can
can.
get back to those questions after our.
Because it's based on what we talk about. Some of the questions that we talk about. We're gonna go in. We're halfway there. Number 5, right? So the Dennis Way says, and this is important. The other con is the naysayers, which is so true. Because people are gonna talk, people are gonna say all kind of stuff. Because I'm gonna share this with you. I'm gonna tell you guys, I come out here to be real as real can be. I remember when I was just getting to know Paul. There were people, Pablo, you ready to make a little either one me don't feel comfortable calling
I'm good
because
with
me call him
Paul,
babe all
but
the
I'm
time.
used to you calling.
All right, so when time we just start dating, getting to know you, and I decided that I'm going to go to like a resort or guest house or whatever, Airbnb. You hear a lot of people, the naysayers. Some of them will tell you in your face, and some of them won't, and behind your back they'll say it, and somebody else maybe come back and say to you, well, look, how Lisa spend money on Airbnb and that she there real and she enjoy herself. But you know what? I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did.
At the end of the
Because when you
day-
can't do it, you look back and you have memories and you see the stuff then that you did that maybe even build your relationship and make it a strong foundation.
I'm putting this on right. At the end of the day, you have to think about you and your partner, you and your little world that you're creating, that you want to further in life, your own little world. So you can't let nobody, family members
Intimidate
strangers,
you. Because
friends.
people can be out there say things
Don't
that
let them
just
intimidate you.
sometimes make you stop and say, what I'm doing, is it right? You know, but that's just for a second. If you're in a committed relationship and you're serious and make up your mind. Yeah, in Jamaica we say cow down, which means yes, they try to manipulate you and let you feel like what you are doing something wrong too. Like most relationship that started, sometimes it started on sometimes it started on foundations like this. So as I said, I never regretted being in the relationship because it makes a relationship. It was on I think February 8th that we celebrated 7 years. And a lot of people would not believe it. When I told one of my cousins that we're doing 7 years, she can't believe. She said, and I thought it was just 3 years you guys are dating. No, it is really 7 years. So therefore, we can't let nobody try to tell you, don't do this, don't do that. I did that, and I did it my way and that way. And I'm going to share something with you. The opposite, because I've seen a lot of relationship, even people who live together, and I will say this, and they're living worse than us who are in a long distance relationship. Seriously.
I mean, I saw something on Instagram or TikTok, one or the other, and they were talking about people that live together but in like separate rooms. And I was like off the bat, I was like, what? I'm not doing
Is this
that.
like young people or is it like elderly?
I mean,
Our boy.
yeah, our both. I mean, like you could be like maybe above 30, 40, and like, people are still living together. They could be married, have kids, but it's like when it comes to like rooms, they want to have their own different rooms. So I'm pointing out because they were saying that it sets a boundary in your relationship. They get to be like, they could express themselves, I guess, like as individuals. Like in your room, you can decorate this and put that there and have that as you. When you go in another person's room, you see, okay, you see them, you see their personality. But then again, I thought about like, okay, I wouldn't say it's separating you guys as much or distancing yourself as much, but it's like was like, what about when you guys are going to sleep? I mean, like, during the day, that should be enough separation. You go to work, you go to school.
So you're not
you
agreeing with
do that.
being in, you're basically saying you're not agreeing with being in separate rooms.
No.
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong, guys. There are age difference where an older person cannot, and they've been married for years, and they have to sleep in different rooms. I was watching a YouTuber, let me just say this, and they're two elderly people, but one of them, I was talking to you about this morning, right, babe, where one doesn't enjoy the cold. One can stay in the cold and one can stay in the hot. And the person who can stay in the hot is because her nose bleed. So one is in the basement and one is upstairs in the room. And so nothing is wrong with that though, because they compromise and they separate because of that.
Of course, I understand that. That's no
Yeah, but if because you're not getting along, you decide to go two separate rooms.
Well-
I'm not in agreement.
Well, if circumstances alter cases, that is understandable. You have people who the man or the woman snores, the man or the woman can handle it.
Like
So both of them, they say, it has to be where there's an agreement to it. If you don't agree with it in the terms of separation, but you decide on doing it without discussing it or without having any form of communication with each other, then the problems are going to be there. Because maybe I always wonder why every time you have to go to the room there, or me have to go to the room there, or so many
And
kids.
some people have ulterior motive why they want to have their men cave
Yes.
or their woman decorating
I
I mean,
room.
that's what I would do then. I would have our master bedroom, with our bathroom. And
So you could
and then we have our separate rooms now, just fit for like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
Recreational activity.
Yeah, for like my free time. This is like my little gym area. This is my little arts and craft area. That's where you express yourself, I guess, in that way.
But
We
two
do it
separate
separate
bedrooms.
Yeah, but bedrooms, where you sleep at night, and that's basically the main thing you do in bedrooms. So it's like, why?
Some of them are follow trend. Like they
That's
never
true.
have no motive for do it. They
Yeah,
just
some
see a
of them
trend
because
and say,
somebody
oh,
else
we
like
go
it.
try this. Think they
And
want
the
to be
next thing you know-
spontaneous.
No, it's true. That is true. A lot of people are in trending. They're following people because they
But I
do
mean,
it.
the health
You're right,
conditions,
Quincy.
the health conditions thing, you really point it out.
The health condition thing,
I
and
don't
if somebody
know.
snore, as Babe says, and if you have to separate,
Somebody
you can separate.
snore.
Relax. Don't even
Well, If you keeping me up in the night and I have to get up and go to work next morning and you snore,
But they get nice
But,
cancellation
but, but let,
headphones.
let me say,
I will agree for the separate
it,
room.
it
No, you
can,
get nice cancellation.
let me say, it can be controlled.
The snoring.
Yes, it can be controlled.
One pillow.
It has a lot to do with your sleeping position.
Yeah.
If you sleep on your back,
That was
you're going to snore. There are professionals who can help such a person to overcome that kind of thing. It all depends on if you are willing to compromise. Because some people, no matter how you try, them say, no, me can't bother. Not realizing that what they are doing is not just pleasing themselves, they're hurting the relationship because they put themselves away from their partner and go somewhere else when the partner really wants wants he or she beside them at all times. Because
I think if people are falling out of love too, they will do that and they'll find excuses
well,
why
yes,
they have to
people,
go to
people
separate
follow that
rooms.
up. That's what happened.
I've seen that happen, like seriously seen that happen where people studying and they find a room and say they're gonna study, but they're really not, they're not in love with you anymore and they just want to be away. There's a comment. I saw a new person in our chat that I've not seen before. True Claw, welcome to our live feed. Now he's agreeing with you. He said, "Amen, Mr. Wellington." So I'm not sure who that person is. I'm not sure the question that it was, what he's saying. Kadian also says long distance relationship are easier now with improved technology.
Exactly.
And I think below she said it wouldn't work for her, right? That's what I said. Writing a letter, that way it would not work for me either. Because I think that would have taken too much time.
No, but we say, back then, you have to understand this. Back then, we did not have a lot of phones or technology back then as of now, like now. Because now you can hear if you buy a phone that is so cheap. Even one little banger, just make a call and say, you all right? But then you have to wait till the letter reach 2 weeks time. 2 weeks time before you get a letter for read where the person said to you.
You don't have the time. You don't even want the patient.
No, then you had the patience then, but no, you wouldn't have the patience now because you already have what it takes to do the
Yeah, like,
Let me
communication.
just share
What's
this.
happening?
Babe, you're talking, but you would not even have the patient to do
No,
that.
but I used to do it.
You would not have the patient now because if you call me and you don't get me within an
And that's what I'm
hour,
saying.
babe, I'm calling you.
And that is what I'm saying. It is easy.
So you're saying
then,
that-
then you would have to have the patience because that's what
We're
you're
not saying
used
that
to.
LDR
But no,
wouldn't
it is
work. It
easier.
just, yes, but
I
for me,
agree,
it
I'm
wouldn't
agreeing
work.
with
For
it.
me, it wouldn't work.
No
So
problem.
I know that. For me, it wouldn't work.
Which year that you talk about you used to do it?
No, man, you talk about back in the 80s.
Jesus days?
No, man, back in the
even
80s,
even
man.
in the 90s when you
90s.
guys wasn't
Yeah, man,
born,
early
because
90s.
I remember you usually have
Yeah,
pen,
Everybody used to
pen
have cell
pal,
phone
pen
like
pal,
now.
where there was no
Pen
phone.
pals.
In the yes,
When the age change,
90s there were
No, but
there was
I'm
no
sure
cell
that's a
phone.
good thing about it.
We're not
Then we
really
can
ancient.
compare then to now to show you the difference between relationships then
Then
and
maybe
relationships now.
if you guys were in the 90s, maybe you wouldn't have
what
had
one
relationship.
never paper, it's right on stone.
No,
No,
we're
man,
not
they have
talking about
paper.
prehistory.
They have paper. We're not talking going back to
Talking about
Jesus' day. We're
paper.
talking now about even in the 90s, you know, the 80s. That was what we call pen pal.
Pen pals.
So I used to go in the 70s and 60s.
Same letter.
Every
Yeah.
time them there.
Yes,
Okay,
but back
and
then
let me
people
tell you,
had
as Kadian
telephones.
says, technology
Yes, it has
advances
increased.
because when they had telegram,
You're right.
it would be a horse, not a car, that takes the telegram from or
Pony
the
Express, the
letter
Pony Express, horse riding, they used to carry the mail go to the next town.
from Kingston to Mandeville. So in this, in say in the 80s and the 90s, when there were
Yeah.
not phone, it would be the post office,
Post office.
PO box, post
Right
office.
now, right now, when I use like,
In the 20th
When I
century,
used to-
2020, we're one of on now.
when I use
Right.
cards, I use wires.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. In the 20th century, technology got so
Yeah, man,
advanced
20th
that
century.
we could just pick up the phone and call somebody
Or the
instead of have to write a letter.
18th, 30th,
So you see how
14th
far we come with technology that we can have a lot of people who are in LDR relationship and feel much comfortable now.
You don't have to wait for a pigeon to come here window.
You don't have to wait for nobody to come.
Yeah, because back then,
deliver
time,
letters to
the
you.
Europeans, and you send a pigeon to send a
But
letter to the girl.
even right now, people are in the military. Some of them can't use phone to call back to their spouse. They have to write a letter and they have to wait until they get the
I mean,
letter.
things are much
Exactly.
more innovative now.
You know, so it's more advanced now.
But yeah. Okay, so
But the
number
point is-
5.
Mhm.
We gotta get this going. Number 5, in a long distance relationship, LDR, do you argue as often as you would in a regular relationship?
I'm gonna let you guys answer first.
Yes, yes, we do. You know, guys, it's a relationship. But at the end of the day, you know,
Yeah.
long distance or not, it is a relationship, and we are human beings, so we are gonna have problems, we're gonna face difficulties, and all the time we're gonna come to agreement, so we're gonna argue.
Yeah. That was well said.
Anything else?
Well,
Okay.
but I agree to an extent, and this is why I said to an extent. When you are around the person on a regular basis, there tend to be more arguments than when you only get to see the person just for a short time. Because when you're with the person for a short time, you try your best not to.
Or you're talking about that regular relationship.
That's what I'm saying.
A regular relationship is like that, but people want to know, do we really do that in our LDR?
Yes,
Of course, it's not
We-
always
let me tell you
don't argue
something.
as often.
As I said to you earlier, our long distance relationship, and I've been in both, so I can talk. I've been in relationship where the person is right there with me on a daily basis, and the person who is long distance make me feel more love and concern and look out for my best interest than even the person who I'm living with for years. And the reason for that, this man will call just to ask me if I eat for the day.
I feel
Are you
like,
okay?
I feel like that's how any relationship should be. Once it's a healthy relationship,
Yes.
that's how it should be.
Right.
But I feel like
People are in relationship and they get up and they're not talking to each other. And they, regular relationships. So we want you guys to know that we do argue.
Yeah,
I feel
there's-
like,
So the question is,
there's
do
got to
we
be
argue?
different
We
types of
argue.
opinion.
I feel like when it comes to arguing, disagreeing, I feel like it's mainly it takes us like a long distance relationship. It takes us much longer than to come to a solution or to disagree if we agree. It takes a much longer time than I guess a regular.
Because the person is
relationship.
not really in your face for you to even have a discussion. If you say, let's make sure we agree
But not
before we
even,
go to
but
bed.
not even like the communicating part of it. 'Cause I feel like, well, we all me and Chris sometimes resolve things. Of course, we talk it out, but then in order for me to understand that okay, that he's not upset with me, we'll say okay, yo, maybe touch me here and there. You know, when we're talking, we kind of get more closer in contact when we're to dial down the argument. You know, and when you're overseas, it's much harder that way. Because you have to, you have to use your words. You gotta know how to,
To touch the
communicate.
exhaust
To
of the
re-
person.
Yes,
Verbally.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes, guys, we do argue as if we're in a regular relationship because at times,
Teeth
And
and
babe,
tongue,
do
teeth
it.
and tongue do meet.
babe do talk the same way as well with me, and we disagree. Yes, and we do disagree. Yeah, never see you. Me come, me have to come with you. Yeah, mommy, I watch. Me want to say big up mommy and Nia. You want to say hi to mommy? You don't want to come and say hi to mommy? Come right behind me and come let mommy see your face.
Yeah, but then
This is a family
No,
channel,
let's see
guys. This is my
superstar.
auntie. This is the superstar. She was on my live the other day. Come in and say hi. She go her bed. People say hi to the people. You have one per fan out here. One per people chucking. They need to know you. I know Tracy alone for papi.
Hi.
Hey sister,
Hello.
mommy, I watch you. Nia say, mommy, I watch you. And Nia, your girl, say hi to
Where
Nia.
Nia?
Yes, Nia.
Hi Nia. Love you.
There you go. You know, then go say you're all right and you're doing good. You go your bed.
Yes.
Wake me up a morning. Me I come with you.
All right.
Come do that thing. All right.
Bye Nia. Mercy. Lati.
And mommy, I watch you.
Miss Cherry. Love you.
The guys them say Quincy not talking, but that's before you was talking, Quincy. Okay. All right, Chuck. Go on your bed, go sleep. Wake me up, make sure me come do this thing now. All right. I am happy I'm a strong person because okay, so we can ask the next question and I'm gonna continue reading listen, these are a lot of people have comments in our comment section and I want to take the time out to read them. All right. So yeah, we answered that about the argument. I must say this though. I'm the person who maybe will argue most. I raise my voice. But one of the things I like about Babe, I'm not gonna wait until I'm gonna give people the rose while they can. Okay, he's a strong believer that you don't go to your bed vexed with each other. All right. So for him, he put prayer in everything that he's doing. So if we argument start, and since I came down, we have an argument, we have a disagreement. But we were driving, and literally, you guys were there as witness. He stopped the car and he prayed. Nothing is wrong with that because listen, prayer is what's gonna keep us in our life. And one of the things he said, we should not go to bed vexed with each other. All right. I don't know how Leah to them resolve their argument when they do, but it's more like the water to my fire. You know, so when me they up here, so he know how to bring me down. I might not come down right away, but he knows how to bring me down. All right. So that's yes, we do argue. We disagree to agree most of the time. All right. You look at listen, these guys even have a special handshake going on. So no, we're not doing that. Talk about don't disagree. So, the next question. Next question.
Why you
Don't
allow?
do it.
You know what I
Don't
mean?
do it, Alima.
The way you allow.
He knows. Okay, so people say they're gonna be checking out Google Flights. Yes, please do. And remember again, as I said, before day in the morning, Thursday, which would be like in sometime up 3 a.m., 4 a.m. and I'll check flights. But sometimes you have to grab it right away. You have to get your credit card and put it on it and grab it right away. You know, when you see a flight fee under $250, you can't let that go because if you do, when you go back the next day, it's going to be close to maybe 300 or 350 or 400. All right.
All right, so number 6, in the duration of the relationship, whether it's 6 years or our any being 1 year relationship.
7 years to be exact. Last week.
I don't care. Anyway, in your duration of the relationship, at what specific time did you really want to be physically with your significant other?
At what particular time we want to be around each other?
You wanted to be there, right?
Physically being there?
In that moment, yeah.
All right, so am I gonna answer that first? Because maybe we'll get a first answer, So.
Go ahead.
And I the first.
Okay, so the thing is, when you're in a committed relationship, which we are in a committed relationship, I'm very proud to say, you concern about the person's well-being, how they eat, if they're okay, if their bills are paid, well, I'm not going into people's, business or anything like that, but let me let you know. One of the main thing, I'm gonna say just one, but there's many, is like I'll ask him, did you eat today? And he'll say, no, I didn't eat. Because he's a single man. He doesn't have to cook every day. But at one point, I felt like I should be there to cook for him, to let him be able to have food to eat. So at that time was when I felt like I need to be there for him physically.
Okay. My answer. Okay, so my answer would be the time when Quincy graduated from high school. I don't know that shows our age,
Couple months ago.
but yeah, like a couple months ago when he graduated from high school, I just wanted to be there, to congratulate him. I did as much as I can, of course, them long paragraphs. Yep, I sent it, and I screenshotted pictures from the live feed, and I was like, I saw you. But then, like,
But you really
it
wish that
wasn't.
he was there.
Yeah, I really wish I was there, to me hear the part them, more I want to hear the scream and everything like that, make him feel like he really did, his best and make him feel appreciated. I know that I'm proud of him. That's when I really wanted to be there in that moment.
Okay. And Quincy?
Well, for me, it was one night,
Wait, just press that button before you
Yeah.
you talk.
Before you
Okay, answer. Because no one hear your question, your answer. The chats are funny too. The chats are in the comment section are funny. Okay, go ahead, Quincy.
Yeah, babe.
Come over. You kind of cut off a little bit. You have to come all the way over. We're gonna make it work. We're not that big. Okay.
One night it was for me. It was a night, Leicester coming home from work. Lily, coming home from work one night, and she was tired because we usually talk on the phone. So she was explaining to me that she was tired and stuff, and I felt the way. I
Where
wish
was
I
that
was.
coming from? Why would I tired?
You said that.
No, is it from work?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that at that moment, at that time, from then, just wish me the death, come pick her up and bring her home to school and be safe at least.
Oh, so you felt like after work when she tired, so you
She
don't
was
want her
supposed
to
to
drive
no.
home so late. So you felt like you wanted to be there. Good guy. You see me telling him a good guy. No? Did I say that before?
What do you want?
So
A joke.
he's concerned about her driving so late in the night that he wish he was there. That's a time when he felt like he need to be there physically. So babe, what do you think?
Well,
Your time.
for me still, my time is when there are times when I hear people say, sometimes when lonely, and she will say, I wish me have a man in a
PG-13.
But
13.
I know she's talking about me specifically, so let me make that clear. And I wish I was there with her in those lonely times. Trust me. Because I never feel good to know that she's there and I am not there.
Okay, I can add to that too, because I remember sometime, I'll give the guys a funny joke about this. The first 2 years, we were talking about bills and stuff like that, because listen, relationship consists of these things. You have to talk about things that you would talk about with a partner as if they're there.
Right.
So the first thing I remember saying to him is, this is the list of all my bills for the month. And the first of the month come, him ask me the mortgage pay. In the back of my head, me say, why you ask me my mortgage pay? I'm going to be honest. I said, he didn't know this though. Maybe it's the first time that I was thinking this. I said, you're not paying my mortgage anyway, so why you ask me if the mortgage pay? And so he did that couple times when the month come in, because it's the first of the month, mortgage have to pay, light have to pay, food have to provide, and all of these little things. But his concern was, am I able to fulfill those bills and take care of it? And it took a little while after he keep asking me that I get it, that he was just being concerned, and to make sure that I'm staying on top of my bills, even though he can't do it physically. So I think that's one of the concerns that you would have as well, even though I don't complain too much about loneliness, I'm not gonna lie. Me really don't complain too much about
No, you
loneliness.
don't
I try to
complain
keep
about
myself
it.
occupied, guys, because when you're in an LDR relationship, you can stray if you want, you know. You can find things to do because remember your partner is not around. And
them on the Netflix movie me don't watch the real.
yeah, I mean, you can explain to people some of the things that you do to make that relationship work. You know, and I've seen you guys watch Netflix movie as if you're together. You cook together, you bathe
Teleparty.
together, and I'm
Guys,
like
Get
all the time.
Get into teleparties on Netflix. I'm not promoting, but just saying, get to teleparty. You have to have a laptop, okay? Yeah. It's
All
really
right, so
And let me say this one thing before we continue. Here. I remember there are times when she couldn't go to sleep, and as soon as she hear my voice, I would start to talk. All I hear in the background, gone, she gone.
yeah, sometimes that happens.
Is that my-
Every long distance relationship, sometimes
And
that
that's
happens.
what I
You fall
think.
asleep.
That's one
after-
good thing about it. When you can allow them, even when the person want to drop asleep on you when having a conversation, at least it shows that you
Katie,
have
and
done
say if you
something.
get tired of being in a relationship, just move on. And we were talking about that driving when we we're coming in.
Mhm.
Nobody is handcuffed to anybody.
No.
You're not handcuffed to me.
No.
I'm not handcuffed to you. You guys are not handcuffed to each other.
Exactly.
You're not even born as twins to say, okay, we have to be friends. If you're unhappy and you're in a long distance relationship, don't be afraid to call it quits. If it's not working for you, it's not working for you.
And don't force it.
And to be honest, it's easier.
Don't force
It's easier when you find that even when the relationship is toxic as a long distance, it's easier to break off that relationship than when you're with the person physically.
Right, because we're not living together, nobody have to pack any bags and go their way. We just pick up the phone and say,
So
this
you
is
have-
not
that's
working
it.
for me.
Yeah.
And you might ask the question, have I ever done that before? Where I felt like, okay, I can't do this. Not many times, but yes, couple times I said, you know, might not be for me. I don't know if I could do it. I've actually literally asked for time off. Like, just give me a little space and let's see if it works. He won't even give me a day.
And the day not done.
He won't even give me a
Day
day.
not done.
You know, so
Yeah,
we do
no.
go through that stage as well. And as I said, nobody's forcing us to do anything like this. I must say this celebrity page fun. It's mommy's page, and she said, and I think Serena says, Auntie. Wait, I think celebrity page fun, which maybe is Nia who's responding. She said it's Nia and Grandma. Kwesi no, there's not Kwesi not talking. It's like, where was it? Kwesi, you look live now. You look like you're live now. Okay, so you come alive now. You come alive. They said now. There was one that I wanted to read. Auntie Serena is grandma. It seems like she is seeing good tonight, so she's watching us. All right. So what question number are we on?
Now like that to Africa because we are number 7.
What was number 6?
You done
But what partner relationship you feel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could do a-
You want to do the person.
Mhm.
Okay, did
So-
you get a chance to answer?
Yeah, man,
that?
I
Okay, you
answered.
did.
Yeah, I
Okay, yes. All right.
So
So
number
number 7.
7. When did you realize you wanted to have a committed relationship with your significant other?
You know,
When?
first.
One.
Oh, you know,
What was the question? When did
When-
we realize?
When did you realize you wanted to have a committed relationship with?
Oh, so you guys are maybe just last year. We 7 years ago. All right. So you'll hear from our
I
point
mean,
of view. Go
but
ahead.
still.
No, of course. Go ahead.
But
We
still-
remember. No, we
No,
remember.
but at the end of the day, we're much younger. There's more things out there that's attracting us, are tempting in that sense. No, not tempt me, you know. But I'm just saying, like, there's more things like, flashes that like when I'm left with wearable. When the other age where it's like, okay, yeah, I time for me to settle down or read.
so then a retirement homes and everything. So might as well.
What is this?
No, but for you know that you want to go party, you want to go to this, you want to go to that, because when you have your friend and company.
So the
you
question
wanna do
again
this, you wanna do
is,
that. So it's much.
at what point?
It relates more even to us than even we know. Because I mean, come on, the first thing they say, you're young, you don't know nothing about this. You know why you are doing.
And
So
then don't know the half.
you don't even know the quarter.
Yeah, so the people them is here, they want to hear,
Yeah,
so
they
we
want
want to know if you
hear.
tell me what it is.
At what point in time?
Yes. At what point in time did you guys realize that you want to be in a committed relationship being so young?
Okay, well, let me tell you then, right?
Because you guys didn't have to be in a committed relationship. You guys could have just said, let's just date.
Let me go first.
All right, let's be go first.
Let me go first.
All right.
So, all right. So, right ever since when I knew about the whole boy meets girl and girl meets boy, I wanted to be in a relationship. I wasn't the type of girl, the city girl we want, go this party, that party. Now I was a homebody, still am a homebody. But between the years of high school, meet friends, you want to do what your friends do. So you go and have fun and etc. Anyway, then yes, I met this lovely, handsome, cute guy here. And we started to have conversations that I never had with nobody else, and I find myself feeling comfortable where I can open up to him, tell him my darkest secrets, tell him when I'm sad, when I'm upset, where I feel like more open with him, and that's when I was like, okay, maybe. I mean, no, but you give me like husband vibes. That's what I'm talking about. That's the commitment that I'm talking about, right? So, yeah, like that's when I realized, like, okay, I could be with this guy and I could be loyal to him and he could be loyal to me.
Okay, so that's when you knew at what point, though, exactly.
Yeah, at what
The
point.
exact
Like, I have to
time.
be
Yeah.
Is
Like-
it like
like
a
6
month
months
after
down the
you start,
line,
or is it
or-
like 6 months, or
Okay, this
was it
was-
right away, or was it like last
this
week?
was like December time, like I guess like 3 or 4 months after. And
3 years?
No, 3 or 4 months.
Oh,
After
okay.
we started to talk more. We had saw each other in November, and so in December, that's when I was like, okay, let's give this a try, and let me.
So you
my
guys
end-
really come together and literally say, we are going to be in a committed relationship.
No, it was
So that question never came up?
No, let me say, don't tell my question.
No, my question is,
Wait,
that
yeah,
question never
no,
came up.
when that question came up, and I like when, 'cause I remember exactly, right? I went downstairs in the living room, mommy was there, and sometimes I talk to mommy because she's my mother. And so I was just like,
My only friend.
you have to say it like that. Okay.
My
Anyway,
BF.
so yeah, so I came downstairs and then she was like, making little jokes about me and Quace being on the phone all the time. And then I was just like, yeah, that's what happens when you're in a relationship. And she was like, so are you in a committed relationship? And I was like, committed? And then I looked at him and I was like, are we in a committed relationship? And then Mama was like, no, what? He was like, yeah, I'm not asking him, I'm asking you. So then she asked me, but I'm not gonna answer until I hear his answer. Come on, the girls, we're not gonna answer and we know to the guys more. Because once the guys in it more than the girls, the relationship will last. Just a little tip out there, okay? Make sure the guy when you're there with more interested in you and you interested in well,
Amen.
I make a lead up. Of course you have to equally.
So till the balance out.
Yeah, till the balance out, but make sure he's more than you.
Take it from her. I agree with her. But
So-
listen, you have to ask the question. You cannot be running around. There's a lot of young girls running around in relationship and they check it out. They're in relationship with guys that are not even in relationship with them. And that's why you have to ask those hard questions up front. Are we just dating?
Yeah, let
Are
me
we
know.
just playing around? Are we in committed relationship? Because if you start to do stuff that you should not be doing when you're in a committed relationship, let's just cut this off.
All right, guys,
We don't wanna do it
I'm
anymore.
gonna put this out there as an example. Like, okay, it's a little bit modern times. You got me that know what I'm talking about. But
Make it clean, please.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Yeah, he's
I'm
watching.
not throwing shade
Your
to.
little baby
to
cousin is
no,
watching.
no, I'm
so-
not throwing shade to that couple or them as people, celebrities, of course. The baby or the little baby, whatever his name is. No, it's the baby, it's not little baby. Anyway, the baby.
Is a movie you're talking about?
No, celebrities, people that sing and
Okay.
That baby, I think, is a
That baby, you know,
Oh, a
Yeah,
rapper. Okay.
rapper.
We just want to make sure we know what you're
Okay.
talking about so we could
you know
follow.
how the baby was dating Danielle Lee, she's another singer,
Okay.
right? And after the whole relationship, pictures and everything was posted, she was convinced. And then things started getting, upsided, being more exposed into the media. And the baby looked at her and was like, or she put it out there and was like, I wasn't with you, So you can tell from them by his response, they didn't have that conversation. They they
You
didn't
need to have the
between
conversation.
each other say, okay, you know what, I'm with you, you're with me, we're not with nobody else.
Right. As I said, you need to have the conversation. Right, Chrissy, you don't agree with us? Like the committed relationship, you need to, because you guys could just be in a dating stage.
You would have never know if you don't ask the question.
Yes, and then she maybe thinks that she's in a committed relationship, while in the back of your head you're thinking, but we're just dating.
And
You know,
he also thinks
yeah,
that
you know, we're not really dating.
and he might also think that he's in a committed relationship and she's not.
Right.
So it goes
So,
vice versa.
so that was the time that you realized that you're in a committed relationship, is when you really ask the question
And come to the agreement.
and come to the agreement. That's when you.
I can
No,
answer
okay, let's look, y'all reword the question, right?
What's the
The
question?
question isn't like when did you realize that you're in a committed relationship?
Mhm.
It's more like when did you make up in your own mind,
Right.
say, I'm gonna be
That's a
committed to
committed
this
relationship.
person, you know?
Yes, it could
And
be
I'm
same.
gonna no, it's
No, it's
not.
completely
All
different.
All right.
Because it's like you're saying, okay, when did you guys come together? Then we talk about it. No, we're talking about when did you and yourself say, you know, I'm gonna be committed to this person.
Right.
You know, like it's like you didn't think about.
Okay, so
okay,
your
whether-
specific is when you come downstairs and was talking to me about it. That's when you make up your mind.
No, my
So
mind
I'm
is
confused.
Okay, look, all right.
I know the question, because I knew when I make up my mind to be in a committed relationship with you. We have different times.
Yes,
I mean-
okay. So not to confuse anybody, right? I knew that I wanted to be committed to Quincy when I start sharing my secrets and my stories and my past experience.
Oh, okay,
share
when
it
you
with
first
them.
realize that
Yeah, like when I
you
like,
want
I
to
think-
be in a committed relationship
Yes.
with him.
Yes.
It's not when it happened. It's
That
when
was
you.
we agree and say yeah, we're
Okay.
gonna go
It's
It
when
was
you.
more like
It's when you realize it yourself, like
Yeah.
a light bulb just go
yeah,
off.
it's like
And you're like, yeah, this person, I could really
Yeah,
share
you're
some
like,
stuff
hmm.
with this person.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me,
All
it
right.
was when come to realization, say me and this girl, you know, our best friend, like we form. She was a nobody, me was a nobody. We come together, we talk and thing, and get to know each other, and then we end up to best friend. Then we're dead. So you know, so we have this bond, we have this connection. I'm gonna say, yo, why we sit? You know, just go feed it.
And you guys grow from it too, right?
Yeah.
Because maybe you guys were at an age where not things say we're not gonna even be in a committed relationship at an age. But then I realize that maybe it's the best thing instead of running around.
Yeah.
Because running around sometimes don't really pay it off, especially if you're jealous. But we'll talk more about that one, because I think you have a question on
At the end of
jealousy,
the
right?
day, if you want to run around with one somebody by your side.
Be toxic.
No, don't encourage me to be toxic. Oh, yeah, babe. Nobody don't want to be toxic.
All right, so me can answer
Just tease
my
my
own,
teacher.
right?
Let's tease him at the end of the day.
All right, so
They don't know teasing business.
all right, so let me answer my own quick. I'm gonna make it short, and I think I might have mentioned it on this channel already. When we did the After Dark,
Mhm.
that live stream that we did, which was right here. So if you have not seen it, go check out that video. Anyway, when I first met you, we talked over the phone,
Right.
and I was always saying to you that I like you a lot.
Right.
But I think you said to me that you love me,
Right.
and I said I like you.
Mhm.
And I never said I love you, but I said I like you and I like you a lot. So, are you listening, guys? Are you listening, guys? Okay. So I came down my first trip, and it was compulsory that I had to come down because one of my uncle died.
Right.
And we talk about a lot of stuff already. We talk about a lot. See, this is what I don't like with young people. You give them the time and you listen to them out and get what them are say. But when we are talk, you not understand what we are saying.
No.
Because we have to go learn from we. Because we are veterans in this. 7 years.
Yeah.
Now y'all see what we put up with.
No, but we cannot talk over your son. It won't talk over your son. We still your son. They listen to
But we
you.
have
No,
read comments.
Read quietly. That's what we did
All
before.
right, pause before you
But you have to still listen to the question, to the answer.
Let me just say this, right? Hey, Amy.
Okay.
Anyway, and yeah, you get an invite sooner or later.
All right. The question is, when did you actually find out? So they give their answer is when they realize that they can't talk about anything and they listen to each other. See, we were listening to you guys, so we know. Our own is when I came down the first time. I think I said to you that I loved you before I came down, right? But I barely said it. No, I didn't. Not the first time.
After the funeral, after they went back up after the
After the funeral, and I went back up, and then after meeting you, the first one I said to you, you're short.
Right.
But
Right.
we had a great time talking. You know, we were supposed to be at setup in the night,
Right.
and we
didn't
wasn't
spend
even
that.
here. We didn't even stay here. We go where we
We're
were
staying.
staying, right? He talked about this in a video, all about this in a video. Then the second trip I came down was the second trip I said I love
Before
you.
the second trip, you said to me, I love
Before the
you.
second trip.
You said, I love you. And
Okay.
then you're like,
So we're saying this because in long distance relationship, guys, this is very important for you to know. And hopefully some of we are adults here. I'm going to be very PG-13, even though Nia is, and you guys can read between the lines. We talk about certain principles that we're going to stand by. So when I come down here, I didn't come down here
For
to
the first
enjoy
time.
myself with a man. Okay, I come to meet him and know him. The second time, I don't know if I was nervous, I was scared or whatever. I didn't get close to him as he maybe would want me to, you know, because I grew up with certain principles as well. The third time when I came down, that was when I
we
knew.
realized that things were more serious.
Yes, after we got closer, put it that way, I was going back up. And it's when I at the airport, I realized that I'm leaving this person behind, and I felt like I don't want to go. I want to stay because I wanted to spend more time with you. And that's when I realized, okay, this person could be a person that I have a relationship with. And we started the committee. I started at that time
Right.
being committed to you.
Right.
You know, so if I wasn't in the beginning, then at that time I was. So your turn now. When were you committed to me?
Well, my commitment was
When did you realize that you can be committed to me?
it was when at the night of the setup, that first funeral that we were here.
Me got different.
Yeah.
So the
So it's
funeral-
the first.
No, the setup.
It was a funeral that forced me to come down to meet
It was
him.
a
the
funeral.
funeral thing.
Yes.
No.
We got it. No, I got it. I got them. We gotta tell the people them. You see, all along them are talking and them are going like them meet each other, you know. They're gonna tell you how they look a story, but short. We went to a funeral all the way in Darlistan. You guys know. That's why I'm saying we have to be careful when you're teaching the children, because either they will walk in on a footstep, literally.
Hold on. Before you go there further.
Next time I tell the story
Nobody-
differently, but
no,
you listen to her.
yeah,
All right, go on, yes.
nobody was following you. Nobody footsteps.
All right, you wasn't following my
Okay.
footstep, but can I tell the story?
Yeah, no, let me tell you.
Darling,
Let me tell the story to every single body we meet. Anyway, right?
I just met his uncle.
Yeah, we
Smart
just
guy.
met his uncle.
Big up yourself.
Big up yourself.
Vibesy, very vibesy. And he's a priest. Yes. So I just met him and we talked for a long period of time. And I told him the story too. So go ahead.
Okay, yeah, right. So we first initially met at a funeral, my grandmother's sister's funeral, which is also his grandmother's best friend. Oh, okay, that's how we, connected.
They're not really telling the story as it
So
was.
we know
Let me
how to
get
get in the
it.
background with me, how the
Oh,
know
oh,
how we
okay,
went to the
okay,
funeral.
All right. So
You know,
we were
anyway,
all at the funeral.
we was all there. And this was 3 years before the time we rekindled and said, excuse me.
Tracy, bring it down a notch. Inside voice, please.
Yeah. So that was like 3 years before we actually we have to say rekindled, because that's basically what happened. And during that time, so he saw me at a church. The church. He saw me during that time. I didn't see him not one bit, even the color of his shoes. I didn't even know what that looked like. Right? So we reached now at the burial ground. Right? Mommy called me over and she was like, meet this young guy. I don't remember exactly what you said, but basically she said, meet this young guy. And I looked at him, I was like, okay.
Every mother will know where I come from. I'm gonna tell
I was like,
story.
okay.
You should just let me tell this.
I was like, okay. And then, me and him go on our way, and we have a little conversation. Numbers
rest
were
is history.
exchanged.
And the rest is history.
Yeah.
Okay, so my side now. We went all the way to Darlistan. I don't know how the church in Kingston come in a hit. According to him, he said it's here in the church at
yes, that's the
Kingston.
reason why. The reason why.
So the both was at this funeral in Kingston.
The reason why
At this
I
time,
find
he
out the
did
church-
not approach
Wait,
you.
no, the reason why I
You
find out
did
the
not
church-
approach him.
The reason why I find a church, because Mama love to make it seem as if she's fucked this young guy.
Can I tell my side of the story, like what I
We
did?
not know. You make it seem like I spot him, and it's like he didn't have no interest in me, none at all. Even know what
No,
I
that's
look
not how
like.
I'm gonna tell
And
the
then-
story.
And then she just said, "Oh, here's this person and here's this person."
You are really my
That's
child,
me.
you know that?
That's when you make it seem as if You know,
You
like
don't know?
you know, like
You
a
finished?
arrangement. This
Okay,
is
you
an
finished now?
arrangement. And plus,
It's
let
not
me
an
tell you,
arrangement, I did not say.
plus, let me tell you, mind you, 3 whole years we
Take
didn't
my
even
time.
talk. Like we didn't even really like. I mean, yeah, we did talk.
The
but,
people
like,
don't
we
want to
talk.
hear my side of the story.
Yeah, we was like, reply to the story and, look at our eyes, but we never really know each other. Like, I didn't know his last name, right? So, and then, after 3 years' time now, can we talk after a while, and then him text me again by Instagram, Instagram. And, we still text, and then that's when we go from Instagram to regular iMessage, then from regular iMessage to FaceTime. Okay, and that's when me make up my mind. So, okay, let's give this guy a try, and that's how we came together.
My side of the story.
On
I did not see Kwesi in Kingston. And let me tell you something, guys. From Kingston to Darliston, Westmoreland?
No, you go up.
No, it's Darliston, Westmoreland.
Yeah,
That's Westmoreland.
Yeah.
It's in Westmoreland. That is, so you guys know. So listen to the story, because that's what I'm not getting. Because I'm not listen. I did not see Kwesi in Kingston, because he lives in Kingston. That's where he's from. Her grandmother's sister passed away, and she is from Darliston, Westmoreland. You guys know that is about 4 or 5 hour ride on the road.
Good drive.
I did not see Kwesi in the church in Kingston when she was churching, but at the burying ground, yes, that's what we call it. That's what we call it. When you
That gets so weird. It's like we see it in the church.
We did not see Kwesi at the funeral service.
At the funeral service, that's
Yes,
weird.
that.
At the funeral service, when we went to Darliston, guys, we went up there, then put the lady body under the ground. We eat. When we finish eat, me remember go around the side of the house, I saw Kwesi's mom and his grandmother.
Where they were sitting.
Where they were sitting, because you were there. And I saw Kwesi.
Because he was quiet.
No, he wasn't even close to his grandmother or whatever, but I saw his brother, and I saw his brother was there, right? And I went to his mother, because he looked like his mom, and I said, that's got to be his mom. I went to his mom and I said, is that your son right here? And she said, yes. So I said, can I have your son meet my daughter? And she said to me, I have an older son here. You want him to meet him?
She did deep hesitate.
Right. So I said, I kind of like him. Because at the time, he looked like he was going to be a doctor.
Guys, up to this day, like literally.
Can I tell the story?
We know-
So they understand and get the
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, but
Yes,
we
you're not being fair.
No, actually, but we
You're not being fair. You're not being fair. You're not letting me tell the story. Exactly. Relax.
No,
No, relax. You must learn to control yourself.
I'm
Let's not come back from my channel. Exactly. Learn to control yourself. Let me give the story.
Give your side.
Then let the people them draw the conclusion.
Yeah, give your side.
Because I'm not lying. I'm telling it as it is. So it's not like I'm lying, or I'm not making up story, or I'm not trying to make things look like a choose him for you. Okay. I saw the mother and I went to the mother. Chrissy must think that we have fight over him right now. So listen, guys, not pay with no mind. The people that laugh in the chat, hopefully not laugh when we are that afterward. But listen, when Mr. Kwesi's mother, I went there and I introduced myself and his grandmother. And I said, that's your son? And she said, yes, but I have an older son. I said, I want to introduce my daughter. And he said, no, I have an older son. I said, that's the one I like. At the time, Kwesi looked like he was going to be a doctor. He kind of looked different now. But at the time, I thought he was going to be a doctor. I'm like, I want somebody decent. I want somebody decent, for Lily. I am not saying that I chose him for you. I'm giving the story, the background. Relax, let me give the story.
Maybe he looked like a lawyer.
All right, listen, go ahead.
Instead of a
All right,
doctor.
go ahead and talk. Say what you did want to
See,
say.
me not talking, me not the baby boy.
All right, when you know, you let me know.
Guys, don't fight over me. Go ahead, Miss Lee.
Please don't make your head get big, Chris.
Right,
Please do not make your head swell up.
No, go there.
Please just interrupting me when I'm giving the story, and you can just
I'm gonna-
calm down and make me give the story.
I'm gonna say was maybe he look like a lawyer.
You don't have to put in. I'm telling you what my
That's how she
input was.
perceives-
That's how I
perceives
pursue
it.
it.
All right, go ahead.
You have your thoughts, I have my thoughts.
But you did. It don't make
So
no
guys, looking at my camera if you see the battery.
sense. It's all right. Don't make no sense.
So listen, okay? My camera is right there in the purse, right there. So we now fight over Quincy, you know. Me just let me give the story. As I remember it. Let me tell the story so I remember the people then can draw the conclusion.
All right.
So of course I said to the mother, the music, close out the music. I don't want to pick up in this. YouTube will block me. So guys, all right, with their Darlistan. Just pull up the door because the music. So with their Darlistan, all right? With their Darlistan. No closing, no closing. Come, leave that one. It's okay. Me put on it. I mean, on the right. Hopefully YouTube is with me. So, or they will just block out this part. I don't know. So let me explain. Because the people that want to hear the story, I know they want to hear the story. So with their Darlistan, all the way at Westmoreland, when I see the mother, I'm summarizing so they understand before you interrupt me. Just relax there. So sit down and just listen for a little bit. Just listen for a minute. You're really my child, may I tell you. So when the mother said he have an older son, I said, that's the one I want. That's the one I would like to meet my daughter. And she said, yes. I just want to know that she said, yes. You know, very, very quiet and, you know, very humble lady. Because she didn't have to tell me, say, yes, that's my son or whatever. You know, let me introduce it to him. So I called him and I do have the proof because I have a picture with the two of them. We're talking. I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to show you a picture. But they look like really good. This is, what, 4 years ago?
More than 4.
About 4 years. I think that 4 years, me check it, right? It was about 4 years ago.
Yeah, 4 years.
So when I went up to Darlistan, no, as me say, the mother said about the older son, I said, no, him. So when I called him, I said, I want you to meet my daughter. I said, Leicester, because at that time I never call her lady. I said, Leicester. Me find out his name. And I said, this is Kwesi. No, I never could pronounce Kwesi. I used to pronounce his name as Kwasi or something like that. I said, this is my daughter, Lily. And Lily, this is, and Leicester face was like,
yeah,
you know, you get that like, why are you doing this?
If she ever decide to post the video, right, you will see in the picture.
So I said,
I mean,
stand up. So this is me. Stand up right there so let me take a picture. I'm a very proud mommy. I'm a very proud mommy to tell the story. I am not in India or where they've set up, you know, their kids to marry nobody. This is not what I was doing. I just thought my daughter, who is 4 years ago, you can tell your age, right? People know your age already. You're 21. So if you're 21,
16,
right, she was 16 4 years ago. Heading on, because you're 21 this year.
It was around this exact time, you know?
All right.
February.
Right. Okay.
2018.
Yes. So he's maybe 1 year younger than her, 1 year or 1.5 years younger. Let me tell you, okay? Or close to 2 years. Younger, guys. So when I introduced them, I took a picture. They allowed me to take the picture. This is what Leicester said. Mommy, that's a little boy. They did say that, right? She's like, Mommy, that's a little boy. So I leave it there. I didn't do nothing else. That was it.
But they were the ones who walk up and down and talk to each other.
They walk and go up the hill, and may I tell you, there was a lot of young girls there. I don't know if they have their eyes and Kwesi, but they were mad at Lily.
Girl.
For no reason, they were like, cut the eye at Leicester, because he walked with Lily up the road. You know how country girls are, maybe? A Kingstonian guy coming in the area, because that happened to me when we grew up with that man there. A Kingstonian coming in the area, come live, and all the girls then were going crazy for him. But yes, we have to talk about how you guys even come together. This was good that we did brought this. So I know it's not a part of the whole thing, but
How do we even get to this?
I don't know how we get to this. But the whole thing is, I was the one who physically introduced them. Kwesi said my eyes are fresh in the church, but he never go and say hi to her or anything. But me knows, me physically introduce them together. They walk up the hill, they talk, and then they come back down and greet me. Before we leave and come back up to America, we took a trip to the Portland, and we asked for you to come with us because I want them to get to know each other. We were chaperones. Leicester was 16 years, but he had 14, you know, and we spent time at the beach in Portland, and we dropped him back home. Leicester grandmother was with us. She wasn't having it. If you guys know Gaga,
I'm not talking about Grandma Miss Cherry.
no, not mom, not Mother Chin. No, it was Gaga.
About Gaga.
And let me tell you something. First thing she said, why? You know? But anyway, he came on the trip with us and we came back.
Right.
After that, that's 4 years ago.
Something.
Leicester came back to America I don't know if they didn't exchange numbers or Instagram information. They never communicate. Or they didn't have a phone.
Yeah, we don't talk on Messenger. And
They were really just not.
Who's this Facebook?
I don't know if they were friends or anything, but that was where we leave it, and they never come back together. And I don't know when it happened. That eventually last year, they decided that okay, maybe he hit
The
18,
year before last, 2020.
2020, when he's close to 18 now. So I guess they still think, you know what, he's a
No.
much older man. I don't know. I'm not gonna put words in our mouth.
I can't look. He was 17 then. Say that then. Every weekend. So it wasn't about age. I just saw the maturity then. Listen, I saw the maturity through conversations.
For Instagram, is that where
No,
you guys
this
link
one,
back
family
up?
communication with them.
Instagram, we start link back here.
Instagram gonna start to
And
link
then we
back.
go for iMessage to FaceTime. And FaceTime, but you only FaceTime people that you really
And they're gonna talk about this sometime if they did videos like Q&A
Yeah, I
and
mean,
their channel. Lily
You're
Duor.
gonna get the boyfriend tag on Lily Duor.
Yes.
Just
All
like
right.
that.
So that is where that is. Okay. What was the question that lead us here? What was the question that lead us here? And we had a lot of people comment inside the comment section. Serena said, Lisa was a matchmaker. Thank you. I haven't regretted it. Let me just say, and I'm going to say it in front of him, behind him or in front of him. He's a very polite, and I think most of my family will say that and agree with me as well. Polite guy. One thing, you have manners. Manners. Manners carry you far, where my mother used to tell me. So yes, I am very feeling proud and happy that I did make a matchmaker. Serena says matchmaker. All right. Yes, matchmaker. So what was the question? What was that last question?
That question I think was.
I want to thank you guys for coming in the comments, and you guys were laughing yourself off because I know we yesterday here and can't agree. We can't even disagree if we agree.
It was number 7.
Yeah.
But I'm number 8 now.
So number 7 was what?
Yeah.
But you didn't give Pablo a chance to tell when he actually.
Yeah. When did you? Yeah. He said. What did he say?
I said just after.
Oh, funeral. Okay, that's how we
Yeah,
end up
that's
getting
the
to talk about the funeral thing. All right.
Okay,
So
so
number 8.
What are ways that
Pinky, push up the door for me, sweetie, please. Just push up a little bit. It's kind of cool. All right, number 8. This is some live. This is
So,
some live.
what
Thank
are-
you guys for still staying with us. Go ahead. Number 8.
So what are ways that jealousy presents itself in your LDR? I guess you guys can go first.
Come
Alright.
again? What's the question?
What are ways that jealousy presents itself in your LDR? I don't.
In
think-
general,
I don't
everybody
think-
is jealous.
I
In
don't-
general.
I don't think.
Yeah, jealousy.
I don't think we have to only talk about just the jealousy part of it because there's a lot of other negative attributes that come with a relationship. There's insecurity. There's the feel like you can't trust your partner.
You answer any question?
I'm just saying that if you guys want to talk more about like other things other than jealousy, you can.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to stick with the question, which is the jealousy part. We mentioned it earlier on that I am very jealous. I'm working on that area of me. No, to trust. Yes, I'm not easily just giving to trust like that, especially when you trust somebody and they, not you, babe, I'm talking, but in general, when you trust somebody and they kind of, not say hurt you, but they let you down, it's hard for you to just take somebody else and just trust them again. You kind of build up a little wall, but you try to bring the wall down because you don't want to use that person fact and fry the other person because that person maybe would never really hurt you. But for me, I'm a person who is in a way jealous, all right? Never tell when my jealousy actually appears in this relationship. Is if I'm on the phone and he's down here and I'm up there and he's down here and I hear ding, ding, and I'm like, who is texting you? Because he still have Android. Yeah, we are in the iPhone where if somebody's texting you, you don't hear the text coming in, but the Android will let you hear ding, ding. So every time I ask, I always hear it's a notification, it's Facebook notification or whatever, whatever. So yes, I am very, very jealous. I'm not gonna lie about that. And so of course, most time it's jealous or show me jealousy is when the phone go off and go ding ding ding. So when you jealous,
Hmm.
you're never jealous. You're
No,
never
I,
jealous.
I can never say.
The people say me I talk to
I
the
can
cameras.
never. I can never say when me jealous.
You never show it to me. Never show it to me.
No.
Well,
Alright, so since you never did, let's them talk about jealousy. Because they're
Right.
younger people, maybe they are really, really jealous.
well, my time with me jealous mostly. Well, no, the reason for my jealousy is because
Be honest, you know?
she's too friendly.
You're
Like
too
she,
no.
she have her own
Then let
personality.
him answer, Lily. You can't interrupt him
You
like
see, now when
that.
you see him put it from we're not talking about me.
No, that's the reason why I'm
He's
jealous.
telling you the reason why he's jealous. Let him talk. You know what he's saying.
No, I'm not saying.
We
Right.
said we're gonna be open, we're gonna be transparent, and we're gonna be honest, and we're gonna be truthful. Go ahead, please.
Well, honestly, she's a very friendly person. Anybody who know her knows say, yo, she have
On
a,
social media.
and in real life, she
Oh,
have a
okay.
warm personality. She make you feel welcome,
Okay.
And that's a problem for me because I'm not friendly. Like when I feel like say you need to show everybody your good side, it have to be a selective bunch of people who are gonna actually see that.
Okay.
You understand?
So that's when your jealousy kick you.
Yes. When she'll be too friendly.
I give an example, dear.
For example,
When you go tax office?
no, if
No?
Yeah. You have to put that. You have
Okay.
to put that.
all right.
No, let him give you an example.
Now,
Give
I
the
want to be
example.
friendly then, no.
No, never use the top. Everybody
So you're
can
gonna use
see.
the tax
No,
office?
this is why
Have
then.
to.
This is why we
Since
are
we all know
not
about the
friendly.
tax office.
And the tax office.
Yes.
So-
Do the two of them. We're gonna give you this time. We're not interrupt you. Go ahead.
When you got the tax office one morning, right? And this security guard come to the line and like what that give flyers or something?
Yeah, no matter.
That's what they do. They give you numbers.
Yeah. And it's like
you can get a number.
the brother see me and start with my beer attitude and thing.
Oh yeah, without police part.
And I laugh at my woman. So, and then she just start laugh back with him. And then she come and talk about me for calm down and hug her up and go on and go on. And I give him attitude like more to violate me in the morning. And say a morning time, breeze school, you get
5 o'clock.
get one people brother and I'm coming out to the truth. You might laugh at woman laugh back with him.
Me not, let me get sound like that. I'm not laughing.
Every word him said, every word him said. She
I
did
lie. I'm
there,
telling you.
I laugh with the man and I giggle. So I feel like you might do something, look at security job, so we don't even have man with the hot feet,
Listen, guys, is really, really jealous. You know what? Every woman would feel like me want one man were really jealous of me because Lester never really do anything, because we did it and we see. Lester, the man really I talk to Lester, I talk to Lily, but because she maybe smile or laugh, which you don't have to take it serious. He's telling you that he was jealous.
No,
And nothing is wrong with him being jealous. He just don't want nobody violate the word they use.
No, but the thing is, right, look, you see, right now, the man shows him upset with the security guard. Them time there, he was upset with me. It wasn't like about-
Pay the laugh with the man. The man
No,
said,
but it wasn't, you see, it makes it like,
Hold on a minute.
Look.
Hold on.
Alright, next
Wait.
one.
Later down that day, we got pizza. We got pizza. No, we got look fast food at the night. And KFC the full, Burger King the lock. So we go over pizza and pizza the lock. And one of the employees from pizza, they compliment her. And so she look good and thing. And she didn't even laugh for the man, just tell the man thanks. Somebody feel alright because I say, yo, the brother here, now look here. You show manners. What them? She don't laugh for the man and expect him to stay calm.
at the same manners,
Manners.
Look here.
so it's when you react, it's when Lester react with the person, that's when you get jealous.
Yes.
So it was okay with the man who did say
You know,
Yes,
a
I
Pizza
mean-
Hut.
He did that compliment to her and they said, she, he didn't even see me. I said, yo.
So they said just say thank you, and that was good for you.
Yes.
Okay, that was okay with Tracy saying just say
Things, man.
thank you. So, and that's where communication comes in.
Yeah.
I mean, no guys talk about it past all of that. But guys, just on the outside looking in with them, we are like the opposite. I don't know if it's because we all put your face in when people see you. Don't have a jealous bone in anybody, because sometimes people say, you don't even act like you're jealous. Crazy on the other hand now. If Lester even breathe or sideways look by anybody, he's jealous. I don't know if it's a good thing or if it's a bad thing, but it's as long as she doesn't respond, I think it's okay. She doesn't entertain it.
But
Right? She doesn't entertain it.
let me say this still.
Me not gonna
Because,
entertain it neither.
because this, it's like we're having the conversation in the car coming up this evening. And I made a statement and I said it to Kwesi that it is always a good thing when somebody can compliment the person that you're with. Because it shows that you have someone of quality.
Thank you, quality.
I said that. Even when the incident happened, I said to him, if
Feel
you are,
good, talking
if you
about
must
the
feel
understanding.
good, because you are
Feel good, say somebody
if,
look
if
fine,
you
your
if you
girl.
walk with your woman, I just put it, and a man now look on your woman,
Right.
something most definitely wrong with your woman. They said that to you.
So they happy in a way, crazy.
The problem is though, you were not comfortable with her responding to the security, which if you know the woman where you have and know the respect that she have for you, you know that just by saying thank you or even giving a smile with the person,
You don't really
it's
worry
nothing
about
to you for you to worry about. You're not disrespecting
And
you.
yes, I do take this seriously because at times she felt as if he is insecure, right?
Right.
You feel like he's insecure because he act up on that. But I know because he is insecure. You understand? Maybe at his age and they were young people, they're more into because me feel say if you entertain it, there's that question, maybe things say,
You love it.
no, if you do this here, so we're part me there. What
Right.
about up so we're part, there. We're gonna be real. And a long distance relationship win. And so sometimes you have disagreement and argument because you don't even see what the person is doing. Because that's where my trust issue come. Like, why me not know? Wonder if you do this, I wonder if you do that when me not there around. Like perfect example. You went to a meeting for 2 hours or something like that.
Right.
And then you calling me, we don't talk for 2 hours. What you there do?
Right.
That's the closest we see you maybe we come to feeling like jealous or concerned or whatever. So of course it's going up talking from question maybe point of view then the stuff. You have to understand where he's coming from a little bit. Don't entertain the outside. You understand?
Yeah.
Especially if you're doing that here in front of him, he maybe think when he's not around. Right?
Which I'm not. He's not worried about that.
So you don't have to worry about
Yes,
that.
and he also needs to be secure in our relationship.
Because yes, I want to know that you trust her and she's loyal to you.
Honestly, I do. But you see, with my past relationships, I'm not saying.
Chips, you don't have no whole past relationships. You have whole past relationships?
No, you know.
Really? Okay.
In my past experiences,
Yes, do that.
me used to turn a blind eye to them something here. I'm gonna feel like that's like because
Could it be because were you though in a committed relationship that time? Did you consider that?
we didn't know what me I do. We just deal with people and nothing about that. One, but we just talk and we just have fun and whatever. And and then when like them
So I'm wondering if it could be because now you are more second.
yeah, I'm basically the same thing happen. I just want to make sure I say, yo, I'm gonna make the same mistake if I make it go on because next time it's supposed to make it go on this time and something happen.
And you don't want those days.
Yeah.
Not to put words in their mouth.
No,
That's
but
what
my agree with
But no, that's true.
what
I
I'm
feel
trying
that's
to
where it's coming from. So yes, so something you have to give and take. And you guys, let me tell you, when I'm talking to both of them and they experience certain things, even when they're up when we're home. And I would literally talk to both of them as if they're sitting next to each other here. He's on the phone and Lester is here. And if they have a disagreement, sometimes I don't know what the disagreement is. I just can't see it. Because let me tell you guys, they eat, they dip on the phone together. I think they even make arrangement to be at the same time. So they're on the phone and it's FaceTime. TMI, they even, is it TMI if it's a bed? No, they do. When I say bed, I mean, he shoot, and his grandmother tell me, so we know some I agree. She said, that's what they do. They cook together, they make breakfast together. If they make breakfast 9 o'clock or 1 or 2 o'clock, they might go wait for each other, they might make breakfast. So when I see them doing that, and then at other times I'll not see it done, I'll say, so wait today. That's when I might know, so there's a disagreement. And then I want to know because I want to help them. Because if they're going through something that I have experienced and can be able to help them through, then we will be able to talk to both of them. And I never talk to just she by herself, even though she's my daughter.
Yeah.
I would talk to both of them because I take Kwesi as my son.
Yeah, we had at least 2 already 3-way calls 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, because I hear
Oh,
discussion
okay.
going on and I'm there. I don't have any other kids around. I don't have a husband there with me. So I can put into her. You know, I could watch her, not watch her because she's an adult. 21-year-old is an adult. I don't have to be even there. I could go on my own. But I'm concerned about her. And I think parents, when their kids turn 18 or 21, you leave them on their own to make the decision and you don't really sit down with them and rap with them or talk with them.
But
And you
should
cannot give
say-
up on them, especially
That's
we
right.
went through certain things.
You should
You
say.
don't want them stuff that happen to your children.
They still need guidance.
They still need guidance. So it's not that the but in their relationship, it's just that if they're going through a struggle and they need somebody fit they fit even just listen. Because sometimes I say, listen, I'm here. Call me crazy if you have something to talk about. And let me tell you, if Leicester overslept, trust me, he's going to call me. And he said, you know, Mommy Lisa, I'm calling Leicester and I'm not getting her. Is she okay?
Guys,
And it makes me feel good. And
Right.
Leicester maybe either oversleep and set her
Don't-
alarm.
don't-
Or she up the
don't
whole
think-
night and just over asleep.
don't think that just mommy alone Macan. He might call Romisa. We all know Romisa. Me and Romisa is like this. He will call Romisa. He will call you and the Tracy probably have a missed call on fear phone. Like literally.
Yeah. If for example, me not feel like go wake up Leicester or go up there at 12 o'clock come and me not hear from her, me not have to worry because me know say Kwesi already talk to her in the morning. You know? If me not hear Kwesi call me, me know say Leicester is up. You know, so definitely we're just talking about these things because our relationships are real and people do not take it for real. They take it for granted and think we just come to Jamaica to have a little fun and come back up and we're just playing Dolly House. It's not a Dolly House. This is a real thing. And you guys will see it because in time you guys will see it. As Amy would say, make sure she gets our invitation.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know people, one person in particular, which Dave and I know a person, which I make nameless, thinks that everything was just about likes.
Then you're with me just for likes.
Right. And it's now 7 years
Mm. I'm still going.
and still going.
All right, so we all answer the question, right? I think we have one more question. Oh no, we never answer my question.
Because
We guys talk about being constantly, no? Number 8. Oh, we have number 8 jealous?
I don't know you are gonna
I don't think
No, I do when his phone goes off.
You answer,
When his phone goes off.
phone answer, but not me.
When he's-
no, when
No, he's really jealous.
push jealousness up.
Right, but I said I'm jealous when we hear Pablo phone go ding because he still have the Android.
Yeah, so I mean, never
You know.
answer them. And
That's true.
me not really get jealous like that, which is true. I don't really get jealous like that. But not gonna lie, when I see a little, you know, cause I follow Shen, can go through.
Oh, you pull the door up for me. The music, Facebook will give me a hard time. I mean, YouTube will give me a hard time with the
Sorry,
music.
guys.
Thanks.
Yeah, so yeah, when I see like a little celebrity, you know, let's be specific, Shensia, you know, I love Shensia as well. But we all know the kind of pictures she posts, you know, body out, breast out, and you know, and me as a girl, I guess it's a girl thing. I'm not like really insecure, but sometimes I might say to myself like, you know, like something them like, you know, that's what you like, or
Because he go on Instagram and likes chance.
yeah, you know, yeah, Instagram you can see
So you
like,
feel
you know,
insecure about that.
not really insecure.
He's
but
not
it-
gonna meet chance.
I'm not insecure, but
Even
it
have a
can,
chance.
it kind of make me jealous. But it don't have to be specifically Shenty. It could be any girl at any timeline, maybe, where you know have those type of features.
So you guys
And
discuss
so
that then. Is it that you would rather he do
I'm
not?
not insecure, you know. It's just this jealousy part. Yeah, we talk to him, you know, and he'll cut
And if he
down.
continue, doesn't mean say, you know, take note of what you said too.
No. I mean, it all just past gone, but sometimes like the talk comes to my head, like you know, jealousy thought, like maybe, you know, I guess it's I'm not insecurity, but it's basically like it's jealousy part. You know, I kind of feel like when I say, like me see, I'm like, oh, I this I like, you know. Sometimes I say anything to him, I say yes, me see and I like, you know, like just a jokes. I'm not big serious, like oh, you know, my car the whole day about this. I'm not serious,
So
but
might
the
I
little
say then
feelings.
that Kwesi, is it seem like if Lily a person compliments her, like, and she respond to it.
Huh?
Sometimes you have to think about yourself now, with the liking a chance here, and she how you feel, how you think she would feel that you would see
No,
somebody
but
like
no, but
Chelsea.
you want
Feel away
a
to
joke?
me
You want a joke?
At what point do you guys compromise?
You want a
Yeah,
joke?
that's what the next question. That's what one
You have this
thing.
unknown artist named IQ. Nobody even know him.
All right,
No,
no,
but it doesn't matter about
And
you.
just
okay.
expose that
One
one
at
video.
a time.
see-
People not gonna hear what I say if you know all talk at the same
All
time.
right, yeah, make it
Let me
example.
be specific. No, let me so you know exactly.
So the same he should at least to have you have it.
Let's say,
But
look,
he even worse.
him
No,
vex
he worse.
over same thing with me, but I'm vexed. So.
No, he
But
even
mind
worse.
you, the man he was trying to say anything like that, the man that dance and promoting music. And that's more.
Let me hear the song now. What do you want to play? Never sing it.
The song named Bun.
Bun.
And I mean, you know, give man Bun. Just
And
the
2
nice
minutes here,
tune.
why?
So I like the song, or I like
I
his
like the
picture.
song. Then,
like the song.
then, man, everything you know, you have QQ, you have IQ. We all know QQ is from one job, right? And maybe even earlier this and that. And then my talking to the captain and myself, okay, I'm brother, and I get more interested. I'm like, okay, this nice, this cool, and yet it wasn't even about the lyrics.
So that's why you need to listen to, because I was gonna say that.
It's not about the lyrics.
You have to
It's
listen
about
to the lyrics that you're promoting.
Of course.
Because
I'm
I
not
understand where you're coming
promoting
from.
it.
If he listened to you saying bun for bun, I understand what that means because I'm a Jamaican. It means, yes, let me talk one at a time, because you have to understand this is serious. If he said to you that the song where you are like up and I say you agree to the song bun for bun, which is saying you give me bun, I'm gonna give you back bun.
But
Or you
it's
cheat
good.
on me, I'm gonna cheat on you. That's what it really means.
Yeah, of course, we understand what I said. Seems like every other song that is in dancehall, that contest will go to almost every artist will go to what's in a
Are you
dance.
listening?
And
though?
he's a
Are you
cartel fan.
listening?
Thank you.
Cartel is
We are
involved.
talking-
And he's a cartel fan.
The people that are getting confused because I'm sitting right here,
Okay,
and if I don't follow you guys are
okay.
talking at the same time.
I
I
was
will be
talking about-
confused. One at a time. When you make your point, allow somebody to talk.
Yes, let me finish, right?
Okay.
One of the this no outside like I did. So
Go ahead.
all right.
We can't talk now with upon live. People are watching us and are supporting my channel, and I would like to appreciate the guys and give them exactly what we come here for.
So coming on time.
Destruction.
So basically, right,
Seriously.
with the whole jealousy thing, me
I support
jealous-
people. And the thing about with me, guys, who don't understand, I support people. I like people support me and respect me the same way I respect them. And I will demand respect. That's how me is. So when Tristan is gonna talk back and forth with me, I'm not gonna entertain that. End of story. People need to know who I am, and they know who I am. People who watch my channel know that I'm very serious. You know who I am. I don't need to entertain that because I just see where that is. I'm doing something that's constructive, and people need to understand I'm not here playing games.
Okay.
I don't have to be on live for 2.5 hours sitting here. I'm doing it because I need to do it. I need my watch hours. So I could put my videos out there and do what they tell me to do. Get monetized and YouTube can pay me.
All right, so back to the whole thing about jealousy thing, right? The whole point is we're trying to talk about why we're jealous of what makes us jealous in our
Sorry,
relationship.
guys.
In this, for example, I was talking about the fact that when I see him like it doesn't have to be really Shensia, but say Shensia, because Shensia, I didn't mean him to talk about. I say, okay, it's not even about the fact saying we're in the picture, but it's like as she posts,
Make a
as she
point
posts-
and that's it.
Shensia.
Shensia.
As she posts, I him that I like.
And you don't like that?
30 minutes ago, I him that.
And you don't like that. Do you guys talk about that?
Two will follow each other.
Do you guys talk about that?
Two will, I'm going to point. Two will follow Shensia. I'm going to see from timeline. That's why I see it. And it kind of, so one for the time I say, wait, this just post. How you end up like it, And that don't make me feel that way,
Okay.
But yes, we have talked about this already, and in cut down now, him not every second that she posts, him like, he might post one or two photos she posts, he will go like, if I promote our music, we will like it, and I'm fine with that.
Okay.
And both ways too, with IQ, QQ, all them
Can he
male
explain his
artists,
part?
I'm just trying to all the male artists them that's out there that of course that I support.
Yes, so this is my channel. You're the guest here. So if I ask you to explain something, you explain it. Because I know you're going to invite me on your channel. And I'm gonna respect your channel.
I'm explaining it. As quick as I get his turn, I can get your turn, and come get your turn as well. But just to wrap this up as quick as possible.
Teenagers. Go ahead. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. It's 2.5 hours. I want to come up for live soon.
But taste of that then.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go
So
ahead.
the whole thing now is basically, I just saw my jealousy come from when the whole thing on social media, like in other woman or posts, you know, even if I'm not for the relationship, that's what kind of bothers me. And yes, you already addressed that, so that's all right, I'm fine.
And I stopped already joke off, and
Yeah.
then like we're good, like couple minutes after.
Yeah, couple minutes.
So I'm not too big, you know, we just run out a joke. I look an hurtful joke, you know, a serious joke, whatever you want to call it.
Sarcastic joke.
Yeah, you know, one little joke there. And then we just good, you know.
Yeah. I think everybody gave their answer, right? To number. Mm-hmm. So for the last question now, what would you say to those who put a negative stigma that long distance is a business arrangement, or to those who are no sayers of long distance? What would be your response to them? We can go in order.
Tell us first.
Veteran?
Who order me? Order you? Order me?
It's probably like 64.
All right, let me go. Because a lot of people do believe that people only do long distance. All right, when you see people meet each other, especially over social media, it's because you either like somebody's picture or you're following somebody, right? It happened that we met over social media. So we have the peoples, them as Babe was saying earlier on, that says, oh, he only there with her for likes. It took me a long time to understand what that meant, which is they only, press the record on the phone. So what that meant is he's only with me for opportunity, right? Because I'm in the States and he's here. And what you guys don't understand is the same opportunity that he may be with me for, if that's the case, I'm with him as well for opportunity, because you can pay for peace. And if a person is in your life and they're giving you peace, you can't pay for that. And you have some men who are in your life and they're very toxic and they come to destroy you or hurt you. Just like the devil, in come to kill, destroy, steal, kill, destroy, something like that. How they going on? They have some men out there, and that's my opinion only, because you have good men. So when you find a good man who bring you peace, because as I said, he's the water to my fire. And you find that he have qualities that I like in a man. When you have a man that pray for you, not every man that does that. And if I have a man that's praying my in and my out and my every step of the move and asking God to direct my steps, because I believe that prayer is more powerful than even money. I appreciate that more than over in go getting somebody even say in the state who me not have to marry to for maybe come and live at the state. If you guys following what I'm saying, they might not giving me that. And what they're coming in my life giving me is a toxic relationship. Me don't want that. I don't want that. I'd rather be with somebody who gives me peace. And so therefore, the same way how you guys, and I will elaborate on this, think that he is with me for opportunity or him with me for come America or whatever the case is, that might not be the case. It could be that me stick with him or stay with him because I find that I'm more calm and more peaceful. And when they answer, give their answer, I have a question and something even related to this that I saw somebody mention. I think it's the Dennis way, because she was in a 6-year LDR. I don't know if she married to that person, if that's the person who is her husband or what it is, but she make a comment that I'd like to share with you guys. But so I could say, whatever stigma or negative stigma you guys have, yes, it might happen because we see people do get married for business and people, and it doesn't have to be a long distance relationship. It can also be a relationship where you met each other in the same area and you're married just to give the person their papers. Somebody have the paper or they're a citizen and another person don't have the papers. People do that. But you can't just assume that somebody is with somebody because they want, everybody's with somebody because they want a partner to build life with and to become a better person. But they're with the person just to material stuff. You don't have to think that's the reason why people go into a long distance relationship. There are people who have 90-day fiance. I don't know if you guys ever see that, where they marry them or they propose, they have fiance visa, come to America or wherever, whichever country, they have to marry within 90 days. And after they're married, you hear so they got divorced because they already get their green card. That do happen as well. So don't get us wrong. We understand both ways that happened and it can happen. But we're not together because of that negative stigma of marrying. Him want to be with me because he want opportunity. It's 7 years now. And if that was the case, you know, force me to marry him already.
It's like when, before the whole relationship we are having now, before it started, that subject era came up. And I remember saying to babe that, listen, I don't want your face. I want to be in a relationship to come to America. I'm not frightened for America. That's what I said to her that night. Because I don't believe in being with someone because you can, where you feel you can get out of it. You want to be involved with someone who the love is there and they're strong. Because men don't believe in that allowing a woman to take care of me, that I want it. Because we used to have men who believe that you're there with one woman because you feel that you can't get what they want out of a woman. No, that's not me. So I am not there for any business, of anything. I am here because of how much I love this person and how much I care for the person. Because honestly, if I did not have that form of principle or that form of way of how I am, I would not be in this relationship. I prefer go about my business. Because I don't force people to love me. I'm gonna want.
And I feel the same way to babe. I always usually tell you,
because
I'd
we
rather be
have already
alone
spoken about this.
than in a toxic relationship. Toxic relationship don't work for me.
Material relationship does not work.
Amen.
It don't work.
Because it's just gonna be about material.
Because
What about when the person can't give you the stuff?
Because exactly, if you're going to be in a relationship with the man because of what the man have, if the man's not dead and gone, you don't have nothing no tight because what the man have gone to the state and you don't have nothing at all. Now the woman you have anything conflict. So the person can die before the next one. So if you're going to be in a relationship, long distance relationship, because you feel you can get what you want out of the relationship materially or materialistically, it don't make sense.
At the end of the day, I believe that if you want materialistic things, go for it for yourself.
Exactly.
You understand? You want, that's where the independence shows in the relationship. You know, you want to have your own things as well as they should have theirs as well. And that's where you guys push each other, motivate each other to get on the stuff individually in that sense.
And on top of that too, Lily, it shows the other person how independent you are.
Yeah. Where so then you don't depend on the other, and the other depend on you in that way.
In that way.
Yes.
But
like
once
it
it's really
feel good, yes, to depend on your other partner. But you should have it as well to say that they're gonna depend on you too.
Yes.
You know,
and that will have to be. And that will have to be when
most
the
people
relationship
think depending on is money.
Yeah, as a foundation.
Most people think they are dependent on somebody is money.
It's money.
It's just money. And not realizing that my dependency on you is so you keep me abreast of me knowing. And I would like to know for you guys, that's the question that I have. For me, even if I wanted to say walk away, you know, I thought about it. Okay, am I gonna find somebody that really pray up my soul? Because at times I don't even get to pray for myself, I'm not gonna lie. And for him to go on his knees as a man, I respect him for that, and to pray up my soul, or to pray God's protection over me. And so for me, that's a big thing. And my peace of mind is more, you don't want nobody who ever stress me out. I don't want nobody in my life who is going to make me start to think about my integrity and stuff like that. Talk down to me, curse me out all the time. I don't want that. I don't want that. So my thing is peace of mind. Even, and listen to me, even if he's with me because I can support him, not financially, but I can say, okay, I'm coming to Jamaica and I want to buy you a shirt. You understand? This man has never asked me for anything, and I think that's why I maybe stick around. Some people might say that I'm not really mean, But I am not the flashy type, and I realize that he's not either. He's not into the name brand thing. That's just me. So if we have one thing, we just make it work.
I remember, you remember, babe, when we started out, I was to do something. And what did I say to you? Lend me the money.
I tell you, no, man.
And you say you're
So
not
if you're
lending
gonna
me.
even ask me
So
again, I am
therefore-
not
so
going to give
therefore
it to you.
it's
So
that
these
point.
things will happen.
I am saying then that
Because I have certain dignity that I'm not giving you money for something that I don't believe in.
it shows that you're not there for that person to be sponsoring you.
Right.
The
Like,
music
I
that
feel-
term,
I
the
feel like-
sponsoring thing.
I feel
Right.
like that would be another boundary, I guess, and I feel like boundaries are the most important to talk about. in a
Right.
And I don't think men should depend on a woman
Exactly.
too
I
for
don't believe it
financial
either.
help, because the Bible says the man is the head. So he's the one who's supposed to provide.
I'm not saying the man might not fall at some point when in financially might not have it.
And I feel like-
That's where you come as
But
partnership
that's
and you
why
work
it's called
together
a partnership.
and pay the bills
So
together.
if you cannot handle this month, it's your right, then you know yourself. Do we deal with this month till you can get back on your feet?
Right.
You understand? But you're not going to be there as a man in the relationship and say, all right, then you're what? Because the woman might have it, so to speak. You tell yourself, say, all right, I'm going to sit down and watch my woman.
No,
Take
and another
care.
thing is, so you're a
No.
hard worker. You'll do
You must.
any kind of work. Let me tell you guys,
Yeah,
any
man,
kind of
put your
work
hand to it, man.
willingly, and a person who is humble and patient, God will come through.
Yeah,
Don't
man.
just remember to say that. Now, let's start Quincy. Question, me just throw out to you guys. What's the answer?
Wait, what's the question?
What's the question again?
Like, what are some of the things that, like, for example, I said I depend on him for like prayerful
Emotional support.
emotional support. What are some of the things that you depend? I mean, in the beginning, you talk about how much you can talk to Kwesi and reason with him and stuff. But what are the things that you like depend on him to look out for you? And then Kwesi would say the same. The question goes to you to Kwesi. What are some of the things that, because you guys are in an adult, serious, committed relationship. If somebody come to you and ask you know, about even the last question that you asked, how would you answer that?
I'm gonna give you two things then.
Two answers to two
Answers.
questions.
So the first answer is okay. So I am careless at times. This is favorite word actually, or forgetful sometimes, especially when it comes to my own personal belongings. I may like forget this, forget that, you know, and to have him there, maybe like a second brain to remember things that I may not remember. That's what I mainly depend on him for in that sense. You know, if we go, because like he has done that, especially in the beginning. That's one thing that I loved about him. We go places, he'll say, you know, put your phone away, or you know, hold on to your purse. Like,
Very
give me your
straight
purse.
smart. I do like that.
Yeah, he will he look out for me in that sense in regards to protection and safety. And that's one thing that I do depend on him for as well.
That's what a man should do.
Yeah, that's what a man should do, and that's what I look forward to, you know, in a relationship, and he provides that. So the second thing that I depend on him for as well is definitely emotional support, and I try to give that to him as well, emotional and mental support, because like, you know, especially growing up and stepping into adulthood and trying to find my own ways and knowing that we're doing that at the same time together, I feel like it's good that I have him there mentally supporting me, emotionally supporting me. Because you know guys, you know, I complain a lot or I vent a lot, you know, and so I, unlike him as more than I would, like he's not really expressing verbally, but I try to get him into that, of course, for the sake of a relationship. So he tries, you know, here and there, and I appreciate that. But the mentally and emotionally part, because I feel that is my main thing, is because, you know, in relationships, sometimes it's not talked about enough, where it's like, where you can be straightforward with them and say, you know what, today I'm having a bad day, I'm not feeling good, you know, this and that happened, and they can be there to listen and really take in what you're saying and then give that advice that you're looking for, you know. And he will sometimes too, he'll ask me, he'll be like, okay, what do you need right now? Do you need the advice, or do you need comfort? Or he will ask me that even in the midst of the complaining and in the venting, he's not easily frustrated, you know, he will listen to me and, you know,
Those are his
take-
qualities.
yeah, those are qualities that I do depend on in a man, in a relationship, you know, where you will listen to me, you know, you give
And
me
that's
that
important for you to
emotional
have.
support. Yeah.
Right. That's
yeah.
important for you to have, because you might have somebody who is right there
Mhm.
in Jersey with you that might not give that to you.
Yeah.
And even though he's so far away, you felt like, and I'm not putting words in your mouth, because that's what you just explained. You felt like you get more support from him. And that's why I think for some people, long distance relationship will work.
And honestly too, he tells me the truth. Whether I like it or not, he's gonna be barefaced with me. Like sometimes I will complain and say, "Oh, mama, just tell me to go wash dishes. I'm gonna wash the dishes." You know, he'll look at me and be like, "Ah, but babe, you know, look at what she's teaching you. She's trying to teach you to keep a clean
So I
house.
like him.
He's trying to teach you to keep a clean house. So when we have our future together,
And I know he
what to
does.
do."
Kalias, I can see it. She
Yeah,
come and-
he-
I'm sorry. No, seriously.
Yeah, he would give me the advice and let me know when I'm wrong and when I'm right, and that's what I depend on and look forward to in a relationship. And try to keep it up here, because once that change, gone. Just say,
My turn now.
yeah, go on, man.
All right, let me get from this relationship, like what my benefit from or whatever is like. I just say emotional support because even though I don't talk, I'm not usually frustrated. Like my meds things, like I love meds, and me old malice as a young adult.
You
me
get
tell
shut
the truth.
You
down.
just
You
shut
just
down.
shut
and
down
you keep
because
things
I noticed
together.
like Lester would be the one talking and our voice is going up like this and he's like,
Yeah.
and I think
Well,
maybe that's frustrates Lester even more.
Yeah.
So, but he knows how to bring her down. Just like as I said, Pablo is my water. I think he's water
Yeah,
to
you're my
Lester
water to
fire.
my fire.
You know,
No,
and seriously.
Take longer for this,
Okay.
So yeah, he know how to. I've seen it. I've like literally seen it firsthand, and he just like, and then Lester know him because the thing about you have to get to know the person because I'll say, "Are you okay?" And then Lily jump in and say, "Just give him a little time. He's gonna come back around," and that happened in no time.
But for calm down too. It's not like she don't know for so she just want this bag of random thing. She not try to get no attention and nothing. She just give it time. And then when she feel like much time is given, she come back and then reason it out like big people out.
Yeah, I try to give him his space and
Maybe trying to make a
try to be
point.
I try to be patient and understanding. You got to
You
sometimes
can
put
feel free.
you have to sometimes put yourself in their shoes. That's like the main point. You have to look at him and be like, okay, what if this was me? How would I
How would you
how
deal
would
with
I
it?
deal with it? Yeah, how would I
Right.
like to be dealt with? In that sense.
Or with the other person feel.
Yeah, what is the other person?
And that's what I
feeling?
heard you said. That's one time me hear you said you consider her feelings.
Yeah.
And because even I was saying, if you guys do not see this working out, nobody's in nobody's handcuff. If you're unhappy, just say okay easily. We never bound together as a twin.
Yeah, man, that's the road, man.
And then, but you give me a different answer. It's like where we are go, like something like that.
Inseparable.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
inseparable.
that's
Where
the
we are go,
thing.
not say it because you want me to feel good or whatever. You just say it because
Yeah,
In
like,
they
general,
know they can
means-
work out whatever issues that they have. And as I told you, I'll listen to them and I'll hear mostly Lester on the top of her voice trying to make a point, and he's just sit there, no answer. And that annoys a woman more than anything else. Is when you're not in the conversation. But it's like when they come back around, they will talk about it. And I
Yeah,
can
that's
see because I'm on the
intimacy.
phone or I might be there and he will make a point, and then I said, okay, he was listening. He hear.
Yeah, there are some similarities with Crazy and myself, where sometimes some things, they might say some things, I'm the type of person who sometimes maybe don't really want it longer, because sometimes we say to her, say, calm down, because she might get so upset, and then when she feel like she don't want to calm down because her point must just get across. We just maybe sit there and just kind of shut down away. And she's still not like that. You understand? But at some point, as just mentioned earlier, I don't like to know that the day ends with me upset, she upset, and we go close our eyes. Because I said it to her the other day. Many of us, we can go to our beds and we must wake up the next morning and there it ends up with regret. So as long as you can talk about the thing, and sometimes when we calm down, we need to talk instead of when we get upset.
Yeah. That's the best.
Because sometimes you're too upset and you start to shout at me, or you might get so overwhelmed with how you feel about the situation.
It might get physical.
and it might end up physical, and it becomes verbal in such a way that you say things that you should not have said, and then it becomes where you reach a point of regret, and then now it causes even the problem to be more than what it should be. Because sometimes another great things cause that situation to escalate, is the simple things. Simple things. But it's how you handle it. It's how you handle it.
We didn't get to answer the last question, me and Kwesi, about what we will say to those who think this is a business arrangement.
Oh yeah, you guys could go ahead.
Yeah.
For me,
Mhm.
I'm talking to it.
No, not talking to you. You're saying
You're the vice, yo.
I'm not the voice.
You're just the muscle right now.
You're going. I know you got your muscle locked. Anyway, right? So
So just before
My
this person go
response-
ahead, because just in case they come off, coming off. I want to let her know that I appreciate her coming in the comments and, giving us her opinion on LDR, the Dennis way. And guys, if you're in the comments, she's a YouTuber, go over and support her as well.
yeah.
Listen, Arita is a YouTuber, as I said before. Serena is a YouTuber. So find these channels and guys, support them. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to log their link. I'll try to get it to you guys. But she said she and her husband was in a 6-year long distance relationship, and it's very successful now because they're married and they have children and they're living their best life. So I thank you for giving that comment to let us know that it can work. As I said, it's not for everybody. Not everybody can do long distance relationships. Some can and some can't. Thank God we are okay and doing it so far for 7 years. We have our ups and we have our downs, but our relationship do and we work through them. All right. So go ahead, Esther. So thanks again, the Dennis way.
Yeah. So
So Arita says the matching outfit for her.
we had fun
Alright.
all day today, Anyway, yeah. So yeah, my response to those no sayers, business arrangement, whatever the case is, looking for opportunities, you just want a green card person, whatever the case is, right? All I'm saying is, I'm not saying with attitude, but with grace, okay? We see what happens when you don't get an invite to the wedding. Just saying. So, but
That's
yeah,
all you have to say?
not really, but at the end of the day, you're not gonna really tip over our boat, okay? We're doing just fine, and
We're not here trying to justify our long distance relationship. We really don't have to explain what we do.
Because it's not for everybody. If you don't
Yeah,
want
it's
to
not.
do it, why not?
you know, but no.
Right. And the thing is, you get to know people. Don't judge people unless you get to know them for yourself. You understand? Don't look on somebody if you see them together and they might take a picture. You have never even heard them open their mouth. Don't judge them. Get to know the people them for yourself. And that's why I'm glad that we're here. But we're not here trying to prove to you guys or try to justify why we're in a long distance relationship or promote a long distance relationship. We're just here sharing our story and actually doing a live. We've been on live for almost 3 hours. And we know, say, you guys would be interested in this. We come to Jamaica and we thought, why not? Let the people them know because we're doing videos together. We have a lot of contents coming, but we haven't got like a sit-down video where I could say, you know what? Let's let the people them know that we come to Jamaica. They see us put a picture out there with somebody who I'm past the stage of getting to know. Lisa is at the stage where she's getting to know him, and hopefully, it can work and it will work. We are at the stage where we know we are committed to one another. I don't see anybody, he don't see anybody. And certain things might not line up the way how we would want it to line up because a lot of people ask us, when is the wedding? We see you put a picture out there or a ring saying, I say yes to the engagement, but we don't see the wedding yet. But in time, as I said, my favorite chapter in the Bible is Ecclesiastes chapter 3, a time for everything. Some things take certain time to work out, and I'm waiting on God to make certain things right. Okay, it's not that I'm saying we're living a wrong life. I know in myself and I know who God is for me, and I know what I pray to God about. And in that same breath, I'm also covering them in prayer.
Amen.
Because I know them coming out here, they might get certain, well, not even them as much as me. because I already have it where people say, let's have a boyfriend. And I have to literally remind them, she is 21 years old, guys, this year. She looks young, like she could pass for 16, but she is 21 years this year. And I don't have to explain to anybody. But I literally get whipped for allow Leicester to have a boyfriend. When she was 16, she asked me if she can have a boyfriend. I said, no, wait until you're 18.
Yeah.
When she 18, she said, Mommy, remember your word. You said we can have a boyfriend when me 18. I beg her, can you just wait, even though I'm the one who introduced them? But I said, especially for certain things, I said, can you wait until you're 21? She's now hitting 21. I wish I had said, wait until you're 25, So at the time, some people, like especially Gaga, right? Gaga put Gaga for the main person.
Gaga.
I have a sister Marie.
No, I mean,
Sister
not
Marie,
Sister
not
Marie,
really
because,
have a hard thing with it, because we respect
no,
Sister Marie a lot.
Them teaching her from FaceTime,
Yes, but when you have like a godmother, she's like a godmother to Leicester,
But definitely Gaga.
But Gaga, in a way, she still see her as the little baby she took care of. I know she do, and I think even when she reached 25, she maybe even wouldn't say, not to mention your dad. I mean, you can comment there, but they have to understand that she could have come to me and said, I don't feel to be with man or whatever. Different things she could have bring to me, but at least she didn't. And
Not even that.
I just have to teach her how to be healthy and teach her some people don't say what is right or what is wrong, but I have to teach her what life is all about. She's growing up, she's in college, this is her second year in college, right? And you quit. 2 years come, she done college and she want to move out on her own. We have to prepare her for that.
Okay.
What people don't understand. People go to college and when they finish college, they don't really return to your home. They graduate and they say, I'm going to rent an apartment or I'm going to go get whatever. She's my only child. I asked her not to leave me until she have a ring on her finger. And even when she married, me no mind rent a room from them when they buy the house.
I remember paying them. I remember paying them. We're going to the garage right behind the house.
Yeah, we talk about these things, guys. We're not all boring and whatever the case is. Some people say, me don't keep a lot of friends. I don't look for her to be my friend. She know I'm her parent. She know I'm her mother.
Yeah,
but she can also know that I'm a person who she can come and talk to about just about everything. If you can say certain words, you're not supposed to be doing certain things. So there's nothing off limits with her. So we're not here trying to justify anything. This is the first time she's actually coming out and talking about
it. I never really
having a boyfriend. So,
yeah, I'm kind of private in that.
I know some people are going to come at me with the comments. And after this live is ended, you guys could still go back and make some comments, especially what did you guys learn about long distance that you never really thought about? How do you guys feel about it? How do you guys feel about our live? And we must apologize for the distractions in the background, but it happens.
Wait, hold on, I want to say too, right? Put this in the comments as well if you've seen any similarities between us and yourself, whether you're in a long distance relationship or
as the Dennis Way said, she went through it for 6 years, and she and her husband been married now for 7 years. So they've been there together for 13. They have children, and they're living their best life.
I'm living my best life.
So it can happen, and we're just hoping and with prayer. And we're going to leave it in the hands of God, because guess what? We're not running around. We're not moving from this person to that person. We're not playing games here. That's not what we're doing. So I believe that God will make it work. All right. So is there anything else we want to come up on the mark of 3 hours, which we don't mind? I've seen people on live for 9 hours. I'm like, how did they do that? I think this is the last, I think that went through majority of the comments. This was a lot, and I appreciate you guys commenting. Thank you so much, Serena, for being my admin. We're going to talk more about that. All right. Beverly, yes. Oh, you said that's right, Lily. Okay. Lily channel, guys. Go over and check it out, especially her first video, because a lot of people text me and they were like, Lily, grow up. And I know Beverly is one of them because she was there when Leicester was just born, right? I think you were there when Leicester born. And no, Lisa, room off limits. You will visit. No, she's gonna leave one room in our house to me, definitely. But yes, Bev, thank you for checking in. The Dennis Way, appreciate your input because it works for you, and we're hoping that it will work for us as well. All right. So, is there anything else, guys? There were a lot of other comments, and I do appreciate you guys just coming over. I see some names that I have not seen before, and I appreciate you guys coming over, Orinthia Richards. Watch Good Mother-in-Law. Thank you. Yes, yes. I always tell myself that any son-in-law that I got, question not. I want them to. I know that I'm gonna love them, and I will take them for the son that I never had. You know.
Let me say this before we go on that go for what works for you.
Yeah.
Don't allow people to tell you what works from what doesn't. It's how you can handle the situation. If you can't manage a long distance relationship, not going it. If you can't manage the one with it beside you, not going it. You understand? It's just that you have to just know that, all right, then, if this can work for you, by all means, go ahead. Because honestly, I'm not going to say long distance relationship is all. I'm not going to say that long distance relationship is all that bad. Because as I said, they were 13 years for this one person.
They did it 6
They
years
did-
in long
they-
distance.
right,
They did
they-
long distance 6 years, and they're
Exactly.
married now for 7 years.
So therefore, it works for them. So it can work for you. Because as we mentioned earlier, things go up and things go down. As old people have said, teeth and tongue have to meet. You can't pass through life and you have a little argument not come up or a little disagreement not come up. But at the end of the day, it's how you handle the situation. Because as Babe said, I don't like to know so I go my bed and go shut my eye and feel comfortable like say everything is alright. You understand?
Listen to that comment here from the Dennis way. When I was in a long distance relationship, we live on webcam. We sleep with it on. It's like we always together once we both home. Who that remind you of?
Me and you.
No, not really. We passed that stage.
No, I remember.
We passed
I
that
remember.
stage. That remind me of those two.
Right.
Like literally on the
Yeah.
phone and they're on the laptop.
Sleeping.
They even homework.
But
They
it-
watch
it-
Netflix movie.
but it-
They make dates.
But it happened to us one
In the
night.
beginning.
It happened to us one night when we fell asleep
Oh yeah, recently.
on the phone.
When we got up, it was like 6 hours.
and
We
when
saw on
we
our
woke up
call-
and checked the
calls.
phone, it was like
I think I was
6
tired.
hours.
We tired.
6
We
hours.
tired. We did tired.
6 hours.
But basically, we don't really do that much anymore. But we used to do that in the beginning.
No, you guys are young, you know. That's
But
the thing
them,
about it. We're
All
young.
the time. So you're right, it's true. Webcam, it's like sometimes I have to say, "Oh, watch crazy." Like, or is he watching you? Like,
But no, it's not about.
seriously.
I think we wanted to. I don't know if you said this.
But what I admire though is the movie that they do,
You
the
skipped the whole
Netflix.
question, did we?
No.
The constant communication. Did we talk about that one?
That was the one I was mentioning, but you said we did it already.
Oh yeah. I think
You know why I know I didn't do
No,
it?
we didn't.
Because we didn't discuss
Yeah,
this.
we didn't talk about.
This is one of them.
Yeah. So the constant-
Because for me,
Oh,
why I'm on the
God.
phone, I was about to tell you, and you said, no, we already did that. I said, I'd be on the phone sometime when I can't get to you to watch you. That would have been my reason. Like, what was the
Oh
question?
yeah, you did talk about it, but we never talked about that. So yeah, the reason for our constant communication is only constant. Besides, like when we're on the road or when we have school or work, whenever we depend on them time thing. But when we're home, sleep, eat, brush your teeth, wash your face. Yeah, that's us every minute. And the reason for that is because we like to replica.
No, we want to replicate. What we
We
do.
want to replicate, yes.
What
What you guys would have done if you know what
Yes,
living
if we
together?
were physically with each other. yes.
Like, as no one's mentioning to them that you guys being,
Mhm.
you guys,
eat, sleep,
this we're talking about the phone, They sleep together. I mean, not sleep, but
sleep.
cook together.
We sleep together.
And I was about to say, what I admire about you guys is that you guys will make dates, like literal dates where you watch Netflix. They're technical people. Sometimes like me and B maybe should do that, but we're not that technical where
Well,
we
let
set
me
it
put
up
it
to
this
watch
way.
Netflix
I
and
don't
stuff, but
have
they watch videos.
I don't have the technology
Or even like
to really do that.
you don't have to do
I don't have
you
it on
don't
my
have to do movies. You could do YouTube. So we used to start off with YouTube videos. Like we follow we like.
Well, we always share links. TikTok,
No,
they've
that's
just
the
got
thing,
on
that's the
TikTok,
thing.
so he'll be sending it constantly
It's
to me
not
and just
like-
laughing
it's
at
not
me.
like-
Yeah.
It's not linked, so it's like you watch it at the same time as you go watch.
That's what you guys
Like a
do.
movie. I'm saying you don't have to do movies or TV shows. you could do
Start
YouTube
small.
videos,
Start
watching
small.
a similar thing on like.
And let me tell you guys, to watch them do
watching-
this, literally, it's to the second. They will press the same button, play, and they're watching. And if
Right.
one want to take a break to go to the bathroom,
Right.
they count down 3, 2, 1, and stop it. Go and come back again and start it exactly at the same place. They will even
Here we are saying,
talk about the movie together.
here
When
we
it,
are
you know,
saying, we are saying 40-23. Wait a bit, 40-23. 40.
was he the killer? Oh, you think I him do it? Or something like that, they're really into each other, and I think
Right
that
now,
passed the time.
Right now, okay, so we've been to watch at least 2 shows, I think so far. We've been to watch How to Get Away with Murder, that's a really nice one. And right now we're up on Ozark.
I feel like the kind of relationship they're having, they don't make space, which me and his uncle was talking about. His uncle is a priest, and we were saying that they're so into each other that hopefully none of them hurt each other. They don't give space. Like, you guys know when it's homework time, and you guys know when it's college time and school time to give yourself that room. I've seen that, but they're just into each other.
Out of the norm.
Okay,
That there's
I get-
nobody that they have
Okay,
as friend. Like
all right,
Lester and
yeah,
Ramisa
that's
is
what I'm
close
saying.
friend. Maybe Lester will put Ramisa in a little bit in our
No,
schedule,
no,
but it's about him, and nothing is wrong with that because he is her best friend.
I mean, that's
We
one
have
thing.
mutual friends. We have mutual friends, right?
Yeah, we
But I have
like
mutual
that's
friends
one thing.
who-
Okay, I can tell her. So this is where, because I even feel it, because I always say to him like, okay, we need to have our individuality, or we need to be as individuals at sometimes, we not really leave, but we have our own individual experiences come together and share
Right.
each other. Example, if we go on a day, for example, I say, all right, we have, go get your Misa, yes, we'll get breakfast, we'll get lunch together, go out, that's me and Misa time. You
Right.
understand? With a car with each other, that's each other time. I live a come back home. But when I share good experience with them now and say, yeah, we did eat and and as much as we come to we go and
But does Quincy
Then
have
it
that
happens.
time though?
yes, it's just that but he
He
go
doesn't,
out
but
as
he
much.
chose to stay in.
But he chooses to stay in. But it's like if he's like playing PUBG with his friend them, I'm gonna play PUBG with his friend them for 4 hours, 5 hours, and I cannot be on the phone.
But
That's
you
why
don't
I'm
play
on the phone.
PUBG. That's it. You don't like that.
No, I mean I try to get into it too for the sake of him.
Or even if he's playing it,
But no,
he's
play.
on the phone with
But
you.
no,
Because I've seen
get
that.
more,
Yeah,
get more
sometimes.
technical. Like, she can't. It's not like say, me want to play with her. She can't play. It's
Is
that
that one different ranks? Right now
she
you're on a
can't play.
higher
Play on
rank,
my rank. Right
he's on a
now,
lower rank.
right now
So
they are ES, and she there. She with it.
I'm
Gold.
trying to
Silver?
find out. I don't know that
okay,
game.
all right, basically
Oh,
I'm at
PUBG.
level
She
one.
there.
Even Jamal know that game. I don't know.
PUBG.
Yeah, but
I
no,
mean, they're like
It's like
Yeah.
a war game.
yeah, but anyway, basically
No interest.
now they update
Yes,
the system. They update it now, so it's like in order for me to play matches together,
They have to
we have to the same rank.
And she not ready to
Press
ice
press
for now.
I can't we don't really know.
Yeah, we're about to finish, but listen, the guys, also about the constantly on the phone. For me and Babe, I didn't mention that we use it basically to keep each other company because and then I'm gonna be serious and honest with you guys. We use it also for watching. When I say watching, me I talk like, and he do that. Like he will call me, I watch you. Me say, me I watch you, what you do? So it's not a watch in the sense of it's a bad thing. And me I watch and I keep track on him or whatever. But mainly to keep
Sort of
each other
culture.
company. Because at times if I'm working, because I work out of the house, so of course he can be on the phone and we talk, I may work. But if I want sometime where I have to focus on my job and he will call me because he maybe tired of watching Facebook videos or whatever.
YouTube videos.
I have to say to myself, this is the time when I really need to give him some attention because what if he get bored and he go and call somebody else when I don't make the time for you? No, seriously.
I feel like
That come to my head and I say,
Yeah, you tell me
oh
that
my
already.
God, I really do need to give him this time because he depend on me for his companionship. Just like I depend on him as well for my companionship. In the night when I'm going to bed, I have to make sure me call to make sure, he's okay and he's going to bed.
And I remember I did that several times. I said, wow, you can't go through here without calling me.
Yes, sometimes I'll say that, but I might even run
no,
to
we can't do it.
But that's just how it is with relationship. But then you join yourself and say, no, let me make sure
I feel like
we give him that time.
I feel like what you're just saying about knowing when to give your partner that attention, that time is very important as well because and I feel like they always trying to make it seem like the woman alone need the attention and we always are big and a crave and naggingly being
Right.
attention,
Men
but-
need attention.
But it's
too.
yeah, both ways, and you have to, and that's where knowing your partner comes in. Like for example, when we were playing PUBG and things for 4 or 5 hours straight, I didn't want to find something to do to keep myself occupied. But then again, in the blues, I was made like miss my little bit. Not even miss the bit, they like me, I see him play the game, but we're not talking. So it's like I don't feel like we're physically like we're connecting. So it's like I might say to myself like, you know, like give me attention.
At times I'm like, Lily, I think you're a little bit too clingy.
But it's like
Because I did told him that. I said Leicester can be very faithful and committed to you. And I'm not saying that being clingy is something negative, but some men don't like when you're all up on them. So I give him his warning and I tell him, I said, she doesn't have friends. Keep that in mind. She and Ramisa. No, what I mean is, you don't have a lot of friends. Like some friends, some woman out there, they have a whole bag of friends. What the use? I don't have friends. And I could count on one hand how many friends I have from my teenager age growing up until now. You know, I don't need a lot of friends. I don't have to have a lot of friends. My best friend should be my partner, the person who I share everything with. So I think nothing is wrong with that when I said you don't have friends. So therefore, you depend on him for certain things. You can be clingy, and you know it's true.
I mean, I told him already,
So
right?
I told him, I said she can be clingy, so it's not like you're gonna be surprised if you see her like, you know, depending on you for all this.
The thing is though, with him when we first
But Lisa can be loyal and
when,
faithful.
when we first
Tell
met, when we first met, when we
So
first met, like in
Oh my
2018,
God, and people are actually still up
I
watching us.
saw that attribute to him. He's not as clingy as he was before, but he does give me that affection that I do need. And like I'm pointing out, it's all about how you know, whether basically how you know your person. You know, like for example, when we play PUBG, and you know he might realize, okay, she's kind of getting a little too quiet now. Let me, you know, talk to her when if I look at it, maybe like just to say, yo, you up babe, or you know, like we are watch, what kind of movie I watch. Then I'll be like, oh, just want to go scary movie, I want to go romantic movie. And then, okay, he got back, and me go back and do my thing. It's all about, you know,
Communication
yes.
and sharing and be appreciative of the person. Don't take, and I'm gonna end the live now with this. Do not take, you have something to say?
Yeah, before you yes.
Do not take each other for granted.
Yeah,
Because
but-
sometimes we do that and think, oh, you're in my life and you're gonna always be in my life. No, let's not take each other for
Yeah, because I remember even since recently, you and I started playing what?
Ludi.
Ludi.
And that
And we
really
start
helped
playing
because we
as
saw like
teams.
a two, yeah,
Like we played
against two strangers.
She and I
And
played
it
as
was
a
really
team.
enjoyable when we win.
And
And we're on the phone and we're telling each other how to move.
Yeah, we're
And I
talking
find
to
it
each other at the same
very
time.
nice. So we have the Ludi, yes,
So
we
we,
have the
so we keep
Netflix
ourselves, you know.
occupied for like 2 hours. We've been
Right.
playing Ludi together. And I'm on the phone, I'm like, babe, do not move right there. Make sure you move the one closer to your gate.
Right.
Always move the one closer to your gate because you're home and you might get dead if you pull up.
And I find that that's
So,
fun.
yeah.
It's really fun having to play with
Yeah,
that games like
that's
that with her.
another thing too, right? Try to always implement new things
Yeah,
in your relationship. Keep
right.
things
I agree
alive,
with
you
you
know.
100%.
And that doesn't just go for LDR, it goes for
Yeah,
everything with
any
marriage and
relationship.
relationship.
You know, don't ever stop trying new things or you know keeping it busy, keeping it
No, you can't
alive.
say don't ever try new things because sometimes new things are good.
No, of course not. But I mean, like for example, like
Take the
like-
risk, this
like-
is risky.
Yeah,
She
like
take another
take
risk
the risk, like
sometimes.
you know, yeah, like you go about jumping man to my ear, you know, like okay, I don't mean like that, but I mean like, I mean like you know, like go on dates, find fun dates, be creative, put in that
Be
effort.
creative, yeah.
You know, yeah, that's one thing that you know we try
Make
to do.
TikToks.
And
Yeah, you want to
let me say this one
I
thing
think I'll make-
we need to understand too. That long distance relationships doesn't necessarily mean you're involved with a partner. It can be a friend,
Yeah, you can make
just a
friendships.
social friend,
You make
someone where you
friendships.
share things with. So sometimes even what we say here now can work into just a social relationship. Like, say for instance, Lily has a friend where you know it's maybe a long distance friend same way. It's a relationship the two of them have. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You don't
I'm
understand?
gonna follow.
All right. Let's say
Because we're talking, there's a pen pal other than a long distance relationship.
it's still a long distance relationship,
Well, that's a friendship. Let's say that.
but it's
Friendship.
more on a friendship level.
Friendship.
But this one is more like the more intimate side of the relationship, where you have your partner where you plan to spend the rest of your life with. So some principles that we speak about here in terms of that relationship.
That's why I said it can also go in regular relationships too.
Yeah.
Believe me, there are people who are watching us and maybe even say, and I know I'm gonna get a text. I did enjoy the live, and you make a good point in such and such. Because people don't comment under my video, you know, when I do a live and they watch it over, they will send me a text and they'll be like, oh my God, you were right in this because I experienced this in my life. You know, and I like to share with people my life story because that's the best story to share is when you experience certain things, not somebody else's experience because they never went in it. I went through it, so I can share with you what I went through. All right, guys. So I appreciate you guys being on my channel as my guests.
Thank you. for
And
having
guys, please go over. If you don't do it now, go over some other time to Lily Dior. She's going to have some video. As soon as she drop her video, I am going to share the link and you guys will see. All right. I might share her trailer on my YouTube so you guys will be able to follow and click on the link and go and watch some video on her channel. I appreciate you coming over because you really didn't have to. We didn't ring your hand and tell us that you have to come over here. You did it freely and I appreciate it. Thank you for all your input. You're truly your mother's child. When you come on to talking and making your point.
Remember the small feet.
Of course, listen, when I make it, you know, me not forget who support me, you know. Me not forget who support me. The first person me I tell you, the first two people, me not forget, me not tell no lie. And hopefully me can carry them, go buy them something. Jamali and Nia. Because Nia introduced me to the whole monetization and tell me that can happen. A lot of people who are supporting me, especially on my live, they know some need to watch hour and they will stay up with me if me dip on live for an hour and two. Jamali, I'm gonna tell you how Jamali take into place because you guys don't know this is Jamali will play my playlist on his TV and he will let it run right through from in the morning, right through. So this is another new thing that I found out. I make playlists out there, guys, and you guys could go and you could plug it in even when you go to your bed, you could start watching it, turn it down, it doesn't have to make any sound, just leave it there and let it play. I have playlists with all my videos and I have playlists with all my live feed. And just put one of them and just let it keep run. It will help me on my watch hours. All right, because you get 1,000 subscriber, you can't monetize until you make your 4,000 watch hours. All right. So that's why I said Jamali supported the channel. You know, he put it on the TV and it let it play. And every time I go over there, Auntie Lisa, I saw your new video that you put out. Auntie Lisa, I was watching this, I was watching that. And Kiki as well too. Kiki is a faithful supporter. These are my nieces and nephews, and also Leonie's. She will put it on the TV and they will watch it. So, you know, you guys don't have to actually put it on your phone. You could put it on your TV, or if you have additional laptop in your house and you want to just keep watching it, you could also do that. And when you guys learn something as YouTubers, share it with other YouTubers and let us know. So if you haven't done a playlist and you are an upcoming YouTuber, make a playlist. For me, my struggle is really doing a thumbnail. So I'm going to ask Lily Dior to help me with a thumbnail. You know, she just started and her 3 videos that she put up, she have thumbnails already. Because a thumbnail attracts people eye and they want to click on your video. That I've learned that from 3 years ago, but I don't know how to make it. So I do need your help on that. So everybody put in their own little, you know, input or their own little way to support and to help. And I won't forget anybody because this is something serious. This is not something I'm playing around with. And if you are doing something that's serious, I will support you as well. All right, guys. So I will leave this with you. Thank you for being on my channel and coming over. I appreciate you.
It's a pleasure.
Sometimes I give him trouble, you know, heartache. Sometimes I give him maybe a headache, but he still love me headache. So anyway. Sometimes they say them show off, come here today they might show off with their handshake. This handshake. You want to show the people them on a handshake? Going to make that's like an inside thing. Not yet. Either maybe it's gonna be for TikTok with them or maybe on her channel. So don't forget that guys. Go over to Lily Dior and support her channel. Show her some love. Do the S thing one of need to do and let us work with each other here. Okay? Money is out there to make. He's been telling me like 2 years ago about this. I'm like, you're not gonna do a channel because you know how hard it is to do. Is that something you just record and put up video? You have to put time into it because whatever you put out there, you want it to be presented. Now, Sister Rita, I must say you're doing your thing, girl. Keep it up. And guys, she have an Amazon website.
the shop.
I'm gonna put it in this description.
Amazon Pro
Thank you
shop.
for coming over onto this channel. You know, make a comment, make your present be seen. She have an Amazon web shop that we can go and purchase some stuff. And girl, been looking good. I love the haircut. I love the clothes you're wearing. You're doing your thing, and I can't wait to just see where you go with this. I can't wait. I feel like I'm like that little fairy godmother. You know, I could tell a story about you, Aretha, because you know, I remember the day when you would push your head out my door and sing, and I'm like, girl, put your head back in. And I think that was the day when I took you serious that you want to be, you know, not a content creator, but more like not an entertainer. What do you call that? Entertainer.
Yeah.
You know, and you're on your way. Just be patient. And I'm gonna leave this with you guys. The race is not for the swift, but it's for those that will endure to the end. Thank you very much. And I appreciate you guys a lot. Big up on yourself, L fam. Love on you. And thank you for keeping our company for 3 hours and almost 20 minutes, almost 3.5 hours. All right. So good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good.
I have to take a break.